What is going on, guys? We are back. It is Wednesday. I just got a video out. I'm not missing the uploads today. How's it going, everybody? How's everybody doing today? It is an awesome day. That is for sure. We'll go ahead and make sure we're good to go. Alright, we're good to go on YouTube. We're good to go on Rumble. Are we good to go on Twitch? We are good to go on Twitch. Let's go. That is goated indeed. Yes, sir, Ski Brother. Let's go. Go ahead and check my email real quick. Make sure I'm not missing something. Sweet. Keeping an eye on my email just in case I get some job offers. Alright, we should be good to go. Man, it has been hot the past few days. It has been really hot. It's very unfortunate. I'd love to be outside, but it's just really, really bad out, man. This event hasn't even started yet? Are you kidding me? I swear, it said it's been starting for like 5 days. Check out the Daily Shock real quick. Okay, the shop is ass. Looks like they will not be conning me into spending any money today. Unfortunate. Common L for Wizards of the Coast. Man, my allergies are going crazy with this weather. Okay, let me open up my tier list real quick. Okay, let me pull up 17 lands here. Alright, we should be good to go. Well, let's see what we can do today. We ended up getting an awesome white-black deck the other day, so we're kind of on a hot streak with black. I haven't really done much with black before the last 2 days, but suddenly we're popping off. We are shy of a undefeated trophy victory in this week, so I'd like to get at least one W today. I'd like my W now, and I'd like it served on a golden platter with a Writhing Chrysalis on the side, please, sir. That would be the ideal scenario indeed. So it looks like Ocelot Pride is the highest win rate card right now. That has not changed. Amped Raptor has went up. Amped Raptor is definitely a really strong card. And I've never seen more than one in a draft. Alright, sir, go ahead and ready up. I'm trying to get down and dirty with it, you know what I'm saying? All right, welcome back to another Modern Horizons 3 draft on the channel. And starting off in pack number 1, we have got a Writhing Chrysalis. You know what they say about this card. See a Writhing Chrysalis, you take a Writhing Chrysalis. But there's also some pretty good other cards in this pack. There's a Breathe Your Last. There is a Fanged Flames. I wouldn't mind getting either of those. Ironworks could be good if we see some energy, but we're just going to go with the Chrysalis here. We got to play to what is open. Usually in the first couple packs, I just take whatever the strongest card is, and then whatever is open, I will move into in this format. Okay, so there is a Basking Brood Scale. I am highly interested in that. There's as well a Breaker of Creation. This card is really, really fun. I don't know how good it is. It can be good if you have like a bunch of synergies for it, but I don't think it's something that you take early. And as well, it's one that tends to wheel pretty often. Solemn Reclamation can be pretty good too. I think I'm probably just interested in the Basking Brood Scale, or maybe I'm more interested in the Battle Mage. Wastegate Battle Mage is a very strong card. Yeah, I'm probably interested in the Battle Mage here. This is just probably the best card in the pack, and then it's probably Basking Brood Scale. Luckily, we're able to play both these cards in the same deck, and they were both the highest win rate or most powerful cards in their respective pack. There is a Tri-Landscape I could be open to. There is also a Oozewag, which I'm always down for. I guess there is a Terramander. How good is Terramander? I don't think it's that insane. Yeah, Terramander's okay. Oozewag is probably about on the same level. And then these are just really good. I think sometimes we can overvalue these, though. Probably just end up taking the Oozewag here. It's probably just the safe pick. I don't really want to give up picks early on these landscapes. Plus, this card just goes with both of our other cards. All right, well, there is a Basking Brood Scale regardless, but there's also a Propagator Drone. I think I like this card a little bit better than the Brood Scale, just because of what we already have, right? What is the win rate on Propagator? So they're about the same. Green, common. You've got probably Propagator Drone is a little bit better. I mean, we have the Writhing Chrysalis already, so I think I'm just more interested in it. Very, very tough decision, though. Okay, well, there's a Nightshade Dryad. I think that's probably the safest thing to take here. Also, a red-blue landscape, and there's a Fanged Flames. But I think I'm just going to go with the Dryad. Decent green start thus far. I'm in a good position to play all three Eldrazi colors if the deck so chooses. Ooh, there is It That Heralds the End, as well as a Skittering Precursor and a MDFC, but I don't think this one's as good when you're playing Eldrazi. Probably most interested in It That Heralds the End, considering I already have 3 Eldrazi cards. This card is very good. I would say it's more so good if you're like confirmed to be aggressive, right? It also just depends on how many fetches you have. Both of them are definitely on the same power interval, though. But I think I don't have any fetches yet. This is probably the more neutral card. Okay, well, there is a green-white land, which could be interesting. Nothing else really in this pack tickles my fancy. Thriving Skyclaw is a decent inclusion in just any deck as a curve filler. But I think there's enough upside on the land that I'm willing to pick it up here. Not necessarily committed to anything other than green at this point. I very easily could just splash the Chrysalis, and quite often I very much so do choose to do that. Well, there's this guy, which is extremely mid. There is these other cards that are extremely mid. I'll take the Siege Smash. It's just good to have in the side deck in best 2 out of 3. Although I would prefer not to play it if we are high enough on playables. There are just combat tricks that are a little bit better than Siege Smash most of the time. But we're starting off with 4 2-drops, which is pretty nice. I'm probably going to have to start prioritizing lands, though. Ooh, there's a Collective Resistance and a Meddler and a Tusker. Maybe I'm most interested in the Resistance. Yeah, I'm probably just most interested in the Resistance. This card is good, but I think it's always really safe to have at least one of these. These just come up so clutch because enchantments are difficult to remove in green in general. I guess I'm down for an Elk. I'm willing to play this if our deck ends up with a decent amount of Adapt. Or we just go into white, could make that very, very good. Or I could go with the Simulacrum. I'll go with the Simulacrum. It's probably the safer pick. There is a Skyclaw. There's also a Pteramander. I don't have any artifacts thus far, which makes this card very, very medium. I guess I'm down for a Skyclaw. Well, I guess I'm down for 2 Skyclaws. Put me down for 2. And that is for the collection. And we'll just end up getting another Siege Smash here. Well, the Siege Smashes go around the table like candy. That is for sure. Well, there is a alternate art expressive iteration, and this card is absolutely fantastic. I actually have not been able to play with this card yet. Is that better than the Malevolent Rumble? I do not know. They're both kind of on the same power level, right? I guess I'm most interested in the expressive iteration, the Malevolent Rumble. I'll go with the Malevolent Rumble. I know expressive iteration is good, but I'm not so hard committed to playing red or blue yet. I don't think that it's that much better than Rumble. Well, there's a Basking Brood Scale. We have a decent amount of 2-drops already. There's also some good lands. Green Blue is fine. Fanged Flames is fine. I don't have any removal yet. Currently have 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. Basking Brood Scale is pretty good, though. I'm probably just most interested in the Brood Scale. We could try to be like a very aggressive red-green deck. Flare of Cultivation, okay. I don't think that's a very good card. There is a Eldrazi Ravager. Could just try to be a very aggressive deck and play this. There's also a Glimpse. Glimpse is probably the better of the options, although this card is very, very good. I don't think Flare of Cultivation is even playable, right? Yeah, it's not really playable. I would like to pick up another one of these, but I don't have any good lands yet, so I'm going to go with the Glimpse the Impossible. Deck's looking a little more aggressive than not. Okay, well, there is a Evolution Witness alongside another Glimpse. Not really sure which one of those is better. Glimpse is another good card to have in a deck like this where we feed off of Eldrazi tokens, but I also already have a Malevolent Rumble, which does the same thing. Evolution Witness has just been really good for me. Deep Analysis is also fine. I found whenever my opponents have Deep Analysis, I feel pretty bad. I guess I'm probably down for a 3-drop. Okay, well, there's a Fanged Flames. I'm probably in on that here. Not really anything else in this pack. I mean, probably get one of these 15th pick. It's an okay card if you end up, you know, with the right combination or just like in the side deck. Super low curve. Ooh, and there is a Nyxborn Hydra. Sign me up for that. That is a good card to play at any point in the game. And we've got a sub-theme of Adapt going on. This land is not for us. Very unfortunate. This card could actually be playable in our strategy. I mean, how many red cards do I have? Technically 2 because I'm splashing that. 2 real red cards. Am I ever just green-black splashing red for the Chrysalis? I don't know. I just don't think that MDFC is really that good. Ooh, okay. There's some spicy stuff here. You got a Hellkite. We got a Aether Revolt. And a Skoa. Probably most interested in the Skoa. Aether Volt is cute, but I don't have any energy so far. So I'm probably just most interested in this. It's also just a good curve topper. When you end up with 2 of those, you feel pretty good about it. Warren Soul Trader seems like a card that it's only really good when you have other like key pivotal game pieces, but Blood-Soaked Insight is one I'm always down to throw in. That has just been a very strong card, and I really haven't gotten to use it all too much yet, so now is a greater time than ever. Okay, well, there is a green-blue-white land. There's also an Ashling Flame Dancer. Probably not really down for an Ashling Flame Dancer. It's kind of just a card that is really better in like an all... instant sorcery deck, and we're very creature heavy right now. Alright, well, there's a Sage of the Unknowable. Maybe that goes, but I really doubt it. Alright, well, I'll just take the semi-red card for signal purposes. Oh, we get a bunch of Obstinate Gargoyles. That's kind of crazy. Man, this would have been a good time to play black-white here. Okay, so there is a Marionette Apprentice, which is an exceptional card. There is an Eldrazi Repurposer, also an exceptional card. And there is also a Null Drifter, which is absolutely crazy. I think I'm most interested in the Null Drifter. Null Drifter is kind of just a broken-ass card in general, but Eldrazi Repurposer is definitely up there for sure, too. I mean, I'm not necessarily locked into playing blue yet, although I do have a landscape if we want to do that. I think this card is good enough to where it is probably worth it, just because, you know, at worst case scenario, it's an evoke for 3, and I've got a couple 3 drops thus far. Okay, well, there's another Writhing Chrysalis. Writhing Chrysalis number 2, welcome to the team. Enough said. Welcome to the team, baby. Enough said. Well, there's another It That Heralds the End. Doesn't look like this land is for us. I'm probably down for that. There's not really anything else going on in this pack I'm interested in. Nesting Grounds is okay, but this card is just quite a bit better than Nesting Grounds. Ooh, well, there's a good synergy card. Branching Evolution. There's also a Amped Raptor, which could be pretty good in our deck with the vast amount of cards we have in the 2-drop slot. It's very difficult to say. I don't have any energy yet, so it's not like the best possible case, but we do have a lot of 2-drops in this deck, so it's very, very high chance to hit with a very low downside, but I might just need to take the landscape here. It feels kind of bad leaving this and this on the table for sure. But I think I'm going to take this here. Okay, well, there is another landscape for us. There's also a Shifting Woodlands. Shifting Woodlands, I'm probably fine to take here. I mean, there's also a Warp Tusker. I'm probably down for that. We are primarily green at this point. Well, there's another green-blue land, which makes it easier to use this and the Battle Mage. Plus, we have some cards that require an Eldrazi mana regardless, so looking pretty good thus far. There's a red-blue land. That is a good combat trick on the side of a black land and a green land, which I would not mind picking up here. It's a red-blue land. I mean, I'm probably just down for this. It's just a really good card. Okay, well, there is a Skittering Precursor. I'm probably more interested in that than the Glimpse of the Impossible. I have a decent amount of fetches at this point, and I also already have our 2 Writhing Chrysalis, which works really well with this card. This card's good, but, like, we're seeing it a lot in these packs, and as well, our deck's a little more aggressive. That's a green-blue land. There's a Kozilek's Unsealing. I mean, I don't have too many big drops here. Maybe I'm just down for a Gatekeeper, and we just make a really aggressive deck. Nesting Grounds. Well, there I go. This card can allow us to reset or adapt. This card is just good. I like to have at least one of these in decks like this. I think this card is just kind of a good playable. Alright, well, I'll take that for the side deck. Ooh. Branching Evolution might actually make it. Inventor's Axe, okay. Shaping up pretty good there. Alright, well, we ended up with a pretty awesome deck here. I'm only going to be playing 1 blue card, but it's an exceptional blue card. So I can use this to sacrifice tokens, which makes it probably worthwhile. I've got 17 lands here. So this is almost evenly split between green and red. Probably leaning more on the green side, though. We have 16 creatures, almost no removal, but we do have decent combat tricks. What do I want to play here? Am I interested in this branching evolution? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards that like 1/1 counters. I don't know if that's enough. I'm probably just down to play a Siege Smash, I guess. I have to play a blue, right? I probably play a blue. No, I don't even have to evoke this. This is tough. I probably don't even need to play a blue. I mean, I have 3 cards that actually demand a Eldrazi mana, but I have ways to make tokens. What is the upside of playing a blue? I can evoke this, and I can return a target creature to its hand. That's kind of a good upside. But I don't really need that to make this card good. This is just good. This is tough. Yeah, I don't really want to cut down on the sources, so I think I'm just going to lock this in. Just play no blue sources for this. Or this. I don't think you really need it for either of those. I just want the colorless. Okay, well, so we ended up with a pretty awesome red-green splashing a Null Drifter Eldrazi deck. So this deck looks to be pretty aggressive, but we do have some late game controlling aspects with the Null Drifter, the Skoa, and the 2 Writhing Chrysalis. And let's go ahead and see what we can do with this, because it looks pretty dang awesome, and I have a good feeling that we're probably going to get a nice, juicy trophy from it. Oh, I don't have 40 cards? What am I missing? I have 17 lands, which I like. No energy. No energy makes me think I don't really like this card. It's kind of just below rate. Could throw in one of these. Three mana to put 1/1 counters on something. Maybe I want this Sarpedian Simulacrum. I mean, our deck is low removal, so maybe I want this over that. And the deck can be pretty aggressive. Yeah, I'll try it out with the Simulacrum, and if we don't like it, we can swap it out for the Siege Smash. Okay, so we ended up with a pretty nice looking, aggressive red-green Eldrazi deck with the Null Drifter that we are not going to be playing a blue source for because we have ample ways to ramp it out and create Eldrazi tokens. This deck looks pretty dang sweet, so I'm super excited about this, and hopefully we can bring home a very juicy trophy. So let's hop into the games. All right, hopping into game number 1. We are on the play. We have no green mana. And it's 3-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. I think I have to mull this. All right, well, I guess that is a green source. It's also a colorless source if we want to do that. Could go 1, 2, 3. I mean, I think this is fine. I'm just going to throw back the Skoa. Start with the Simulacrum. Get in for the 1 damage. Alright, well that is a land. We can reduce the cost of our 1 Null Drifter. How cool. Okay, that's scary. I probably just swing with both and then tap this to get a green. I can always use that to kill that next turn, so. All right, let's rip a land here. Big rip of a land here, preferably a green source. Okay, he's paying the 3. That's scary. Inspired Inventor, okay. +3 energy is probably the best piece of modulation on this. Anything else just feels kind of bad. Alright, well that's our 4th land. Let's work, baby. I thought about just attacking with that first, but I think this is too valuable considering it's buffing up 3 game pieces. It's also a little bit of additional protection for the Writhing Chrysalis. Adds a little bit more of a layered effect to our board. Well, now I can afford the Precursor and Fanged Flames, which is probably well worth. It probably creates some better attackers for us. And then we can actually use the Skittering Precursor's effect if we trigger the ability of Simulacrum. Curse Mirror, okay. What is he going to get here? Energy? That seemed really, really bad. Is he going to get a token? Okay. Hopefully he doesn't have the Signpost uncommon for red-white. The one that gives all your guys haste. Alright, well, that's a 5th land, so I'm not forced to sacrifice a token here. I mean, I guess I'm open to just Fanged Flaming that. Get him for 3 here. Menace is really, really nice in this position. Ooh, that's scary. My Simulacrum is probably just killing his Aerie. Yeah, I don't think the race is going to work out well for you, sir. Okay, well, this at least triggers the precursor. Get another token for protection here. I don't know what white instant he could have that would put me in a bad position, but no reason to risk it. Thraben Charm? Okay. Well, I have to let that go through. It's probably fine to attack with this. I'm cool with the double block. Null Drifter would be a great top deck here. Oh, you got a Charge Bug? That's scary. Now he can actually start racing us. I'm kind of down on this card. I don't think it's really that good. That works. That works indeed. Let's go. Well, now I have enough to combat your Thraben Charm. Okay, that's scary. Bro is rolling off the energy. Oh my gosh, that's so BS, bro. Of course, he just top decks an answer to the Writhing Chrysalis. You hate to see it. Dude, this guy's nutty, man. He is big nutty. Alright, well that works. Let's see it. Ooh. That's tough. So what happens if I just take this, sack a token, and then I steal his Charge Bug? I've got 10 damage. I'll have 11 damage. So he'll have to block minimum 3. So I guess he has to block 2 things. I don't even know if that's correct. This might just be better. So I can do this. Okay, that's just game. Let's go. I didn't know if it was game. Math is for blockers, baby. Back-to-back Writhing Chrysalis. Talk about it. Writhing Chrysalis control, sir. Simulacrum honestly wasn't even that bad. Do I even want to put that in? I guess I know that he has some amount of artifacts that can allow us to get out of range. I mean, I'm on the draw, so I'd probably come out with that. Well, actually, maybe we just put in this Foul Strike. Did he have flying? Yeah, he had Area Auxiliary and that other thing. So actually, I'm going to take that out. Let's just put in that Foul Strike. This is my first game ever feeling justified to have to put in Foul Strike. It's kind of funny. Okay, well, I have 2 creatures. I don't want to play this guy till the end of the game. I think I'm willing to just mull this. This gives me a green. I ramp into that. I could play that as well. Put back a red source here. Just try to play with it. Well, I have a green now. So I think I'm down to just drop that and hold on to this. Because I might want to use it to play the Herald. Okay, well, if he's putting that guy out. Yeah, I think I have to just do this. Hopefully he'll choose not to attack, because I'd prefer to use my Dryad to ramp here. Oh, he's just going to expel that? Okay. He probably has multiple removal then. Okay, that's kind of good. Well, now my Writhing Chrysalis is going to have a little bit more protection here. Static Prison on that? Okay. Well, you can have one more removal, but you have two more removal, sir. Oh, that's a scary start, man. That is a scary start. Into a Thraben Charm. What are you doing with that, my guy? What are you doing with that, my guy? Turn 4 Writhing Chrysalis control, son. Talk about it. You want to kill the Writhing Chrysalis? I can use this, turn it into a Writhing Chrysalis for fun. Well, you got enough energy to hold hostage on that. He must have a Galvanic Discharge, if that's the case. Yeah, he's got a Galvanic Discharge. I'm going to hold this to give it indestructible. I'm not taking the damage here. Okay. Oh, he's just going to give it to me. Sweet, sweet. You'll love to see it. That's exactly what we wanted to happen there. I was thinking he had a Galvanic Discharge, but he just can't beat 2 Writhing Chrysalis, which is really strong. Okay, sorry about that. This Celsius be making me go piss hella, man. Alright, well, I think we actually have a good chance to trophy with this deck. I'm trying to play faster so that these videos will be more enjoyable and the editing will be sped up for me. It's kind of difficult because I don't want to just straight up punt, you know? Alright, here we go. Match number 2, starting off on the play. Let's get it. Alright, well, that is a red, a green, a 2-drop, and a Writhing Chrysalis, so sign me up for that, baby. We've also got the Indestructible on the Writhing Chrysalis, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to drop down the Forest. We also got the Forest for the Shifting Woodlands, which could come in handy. I haven't gotten to use it yet, but it's definitely an interesting card, to say the least. Let's go with the Drone here. Next turn, we can go Precursor, then Chrysalis. Maybe we just hold this if we get another 4-drop to wait for the Indestructible. Because people would be killing this on site, and then we have no win con. This card's been really good, though. Especially when you play it into a board where you already have Eldrazi's on it. Like, if you have a Glimpse of the Impossible, you activate it, get 3 tokens, then play this, you're going to the races. Alright, well, let's go to combat here. Hit him for 3, and then play the Precursor. And then pass the turn to him. Hot Wheels beat that, baby. Eldrazi on Eldrazi on Eldrazi, son. And we got the removal and the protection. This hand lines up nicely as long as he doesn't have an instant kill. Okay, well, I could just be down to wait for another turn to play this, but I don't have another mana, so it's just really sus. Yeah, well, this is going to buff up the Eldrazi token, so I definitely do this first. Yeah, that's a really good combo. And then I can go to combat here. I don't want this to die, so I'm just going to get him for the 3 Menace. Menace is nice. I'd rather not let him trade, because then he profits energy. That's kind of how you want to play around this card, is make them eat their energy, or just lose the card. Because if you get to trade this card away and keep the 2 energy, it's a lot better of a card. He's got Inspired Energy, refueling... Inspired Inventor, refueling the energy. Okay. He's actually going in. Is he baiting me? I mean, he has enough to add energy to Galvanic Discharge. What other 1-mana red spells are there? That's kind of suspicious. I'm holding off on that. I'll take the 3, son. He might have just been baiting. Okay, well, now I have Hexproof and Indestructible, so that's really good. Do I even want to answer that? Maybe not. Technically, if we leave up the green here, I can sack an Eldrazi to give it Indestructible. And that's going to evolve. So I can just go to combat. And then just swing with everyone. That's a lot of damage. He doesn't have an Artifact or enchantment, so we'll just do this. I mean, even if the Chrysalis dies here, I still have so much pressure on board, so who cares? Yeah, pay your energy, sir. The energy tax is here. You've heard of land tax, but have you heard of energy tax? It's a new thing. Only when your opponent plays bad cards. Bro, wait, why are you splashing blue in a deck where you have aggro cards? This makes no sense. And you have a Warren Power Stone? Bro, what is this deck? I don't understand people who keep trying to make these energy decks using all 3 colors, but then they pick the aggressive energy cards that demand too much from you. Let's go to combat here, kill this guy. Well played, son. Welcome to the booster draft arena, brother. Alright, well, this guy did play artifacts. He played 1 artifact. I know he's playing energy. He has 1 flyer at least. Maybe that's enough merit to just put this in. I mean, energy has some good flyers. If he has a good deck, then he probably has Area Auxiliary. Even Kite, maybe. Maybe it's actually just better to have Siege Smash in, because that destroys artifacts. Maybe that's just 1 artifact. It's kind of iffy. I think the potential payoff of Foul Strike is probably high enough. Plus, I just don't really like Simulacrum on the draw. Simulacrum on the draw is kind of weird. I'm more of using it as a removal spell at that point. Well, we're back on Writhing Chrysalis Control. If anyone, got bored of us doing other things in this format, Writhing Chrysalis Control is a noble thing to do in this format because you give your opponent very quick games, regardless of whether they want it or not. I'm saving them time in the long run. Alright, well, hopefully this Foul Strike comes into play here. Alright, we drew the Foul Strike. Cool. We have 2 lands. This can turn on that. Well, that can turn on that, technically. It's a 2-lander, but we do have a Nightshade Dryad. It's probably worth it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go get a green off this. Tap this, go get a green. Draw a land here, draw a land here. It is a land. It is not a good land, but it is a land. Drop out the Dryad. Hopefully we draw another land next turn that comes into play untapped. Could be any kind. Any kind will do. Oh yeah, that's a really good combo. It's very scary. He's not paying for the first strike, so he's willing to trade. I mean, I don't know. I think I'd rather just take it. I can stabilize with my dude. Okay, we get a land anyway. We're rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them Chrysalis rolling. Yes, sir, ski brother. Is it better just to use those now to just get this out? I guess it gives us an additional layer of protection. This goes up to 5. If he doesn't have another creature, it plays around him potentially having the Raven Charm without a creature, which could be respectable. And I mean, I have this to cheat out things. I think I'm fine with this. I'd rather just get another body that I'm willing to block with. Solstice Zealot? Well, I need to kill that. Top decking a Hexproof card would be nice. Are you paying attack to attack with the Zealot? Oh, he's just passing, okay. Well, if I get in for some damage here, that would be pretty nice, because then I can just do this. And I guess I can respond with that, so I can do this and that, right? But I don't have 2 green. Well, I do have 2 green from this. Okay. That's a lot of damage. And he's not going to block this, so that's really good. And then we still just have that. So now I can just play this, and this lasts until the end of my next turn. Steals good cards, steals good cards. Oh, baby, that's good. That's really good. Do I want to kill that? Or that? That's tough. I technically have access to 3 mana here. Just do this now. Well, I can do this at any time. I think that guy's kind of broken, though. Yeah, that seemed nice. That guy's pretty irritating, because he could put a big threat on the board and I can't answer it immediately. If he has something that gives him like hexproof or whatever. Right, so he's just gonna deal 4 to that. That's tough. That's very tough. Because if he does that, that means he's gonna get a 1/1 counter on his dude. Well, either way he could tap it, but then he's tapping that to do that. That's tough. Let's just put a 1/1 counter on this. Okay, if he's tapping that, I'm 100% going to use my Gift to the Viper. Alright, so you're not attacking. Don't act like you're attacking. Oh my gosh, I'm so vile, bro. I'm so vile. Are we just down to smack him with that? Okay, let's play this. This is a colorless. I can also just play that. That gives us even more assurance. Yeah. Play his card. It also has haste. I could just discard that, and then it goes up to 4-3. I mean, that's a lot of damage. I'm willing to just trade that. Trade? Trade offer? No trade. Okay. Yes, sir, Ski Brother. Writhing Chrysalis control, baby. Writhing Chrysalis control.
I fucking knew it. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Writhing Chrysalis is just not a fair card. It is a fun card, though, for the person who's using it, when that person is me. Good thing I put these Writhing Chrysalis on the board as fast as possible, because he might be able to draw a bomb that could actually, like, do something in this game. But unfortunately, Writhing Chrysalis says no to bombs. Okay. You can tap down one Writhing Chrysalis. That's good enough, right? Should be good enough for you. Let's be real. What are you doing here? There's actually just nothing you can do. Man, that card was backbreaking. This Blood-Soaked Insight. That card is so good. Like, if you're just touching one of the colors, it's probably just worse because it's so high impact. When you resolve it for a cheap amount, it's just GG. It's the fact that you can use it until the end of your next turn. It doesn't have to be this turn, is what's insane. Okay. Sure, dude. I mean, that's a thing. You gonna tap down my Writhing Chrysalis? No, you're not. Okay. GG, bro. Well played, sir. Rats from the Bay, baby. Let's go. Another one in the bag for the OG Writhing Chrysalis. Talk about it, baby. Easy, baby. Let's go. Okay, well, we can't play this. We do have that, though. I mean, this is a playable hand. I think I'm just going to keep. It's not insane, but it works, right? Especially going first. Going second, it'd be a little bit slow. Okay, well, that works. Now I can curve out perfectly. You love to see it. I told you, there's a reason I do these things. There is a method to my madness, son. There is a method to the master's madness. Talk about it. Sneaky Snacker. Dude, that card's broken. Don't do that. I could just offer to trade. I mean, well, this just buffs my other colorless guys, so let's just do this. No trade offer. No trade offer, sire. Let's go. I've never had two of these on the board. Man, there's so many creatures in Modern Horizons 3 that should just say legendary in any other set, but it's Modern Horizons 3, so the legend rule just doesn't apply. It's kind of crazy. When you think about modern Magic, it's like a lot of the best creatures back 5 years ago would have just been considered legendary creatures. Well, I do have a Rumble. I also just have this, which is just worth like a lot. But I think it increases in value the longer we go. Maybe I'm down for a Malevolent Rumble here. Malevolent Rumble, get the search. And then if we want to, we can Gatekeeper. What am I interested in here? I guess this. That wasn't great. It was also just not negative to my advantage here. Well, that's 6 to the face. That's pretty good. I don't really care about the token. It is a 2-3 token, though. I think I can just wait. These guys are just kind of protecting themselves. Okay. Well, that is very, very good for him. Now he has free blocks available. I swear, I always look at that card, and I always think this should be flying. Because it looks like a fairy to me. It doesn't look like a merfolk. If I pay 4, then this becomes a 7-7. I mean, I guess the longer I go, the better this is. Next turn, I'll have 6. So I still can't play both of those. That's real. Maybe I should have attacked with that. He's probably going to draw 3 here, get these 2 back. I've got 6 on the board. Yeah, it might have been a blunder by me. Curse Marauder. Yeah. Okay, well, he's not drawing 3, so that's valuable to us. Get in there. There we go. Double trample control, baby. What do you know? I guess I don't really need this because I've drawn both my Eldrazi mana symbols. Well, I do need it for Waste Escape Battle Mage. I don't know if there's anything this guy can do to get back in the game. There's a lot of things we could top deck here that would just be the nail in the coffin. Like, we could get a Writhing Chrysalis, number 1 or 2, whichever variant fits your style. Skoa Ember Mage would probably be game. Hey, that's a cool card. I don't know how much it's going to matter here, but that's a cool card. Oh, that guy's Menace. I'm dumb. He's going to transform. He can deal 3 damage somewhere. Oh, he's just going to create a food token. Okay. That is a card. That is a card indeed. I can afford to just do this if I want. That will put him at 1. I think I just play this. Yeah, I think that's just the nail in the coffin. He's at 11, but he just has no cards, and I have a Skoa, which can just end his life. Kill his biggest guy. I'm threatening 12 on the board, so it didn't change the clock at all. I mean, it heals him 3 regardless. He might just have a combat trick, and it's the only way he could interact, so he might have just tried to do that. Okay. Well, I can play a land. Now I've just got this guy. I can also use my Gift of the Viper. And then I'm burning him for 2. That's pretty good. I could have just burned him for 3 and not get the land. Maybe that was slightly better. Like he's losing 3 life if he flashes it back. Or he just can't play anything this turn. Oh, he can do that. Okay. That is a thing I can do. Well, that has summoning sickness, so becoming a copy doesn't really help me. It increases our damage output by 2, though. Okay. Wait, what? What just happened? What the fuck? That was weird. Alright, well, you're at 2. Next turn I can make a Null Drifter if I want to. Or I could make it that heralds the end. That sucks. He just gained back 6 life. Are you kidding me? Bro, what? What are these guys' top decks? He's gonna take the 3? That guy's so greedy. Holy shit, he's greedy. Maybe he doesn't understand Shifting Woodlands. I mean, there's still a lot of things I can top deck that auto win me the game. Well, that's scary. Now I have to go Null Drifter. He has to attack with both here. He's just passing? Fuck. Well, that gives us 3 bodies. Is that just... That's not game immediately, but... By Shifting Woodlands, how does that help me? What permanent would I enter the field with? It just becomes a copy, but I can annihilate her? I have to use all of my red mana. But it does give us Annihilator versus just holding out for the Eldrazi dude to go in wide with the tokens. Yeah, I think I'm just cool on it. I'm just going to go in wide with the tokens. I'm going to get the it that heralds the end off the Shifting Woodlands. And I still have this that could potentially save my red and Chrysalis. She has 4 creatures. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll have 7 when I attack. It's always just this, right? I mean, he's taking 3 here unless he has something. That was kind of a blunder by me. Yeah, that was kind of a blunder. I just wasted my gift to the Viper. I guess I just need to draw access to 2 tokens here. So a second Writhing Chrysalis would just end the game. But that was a huge blunder by me. Skittering Precursor would do it too. Fanged Flames. Is that just game? Because I can Gatekeeper? Yeah, that's not game. Damn. He had another perfect response. That sucks. I have to hold this for the Skittering Precursor. I have to win via this, I guess. Bro, why do you keep Tempest Harvesting your turn, your turn? Hold it up as a blocker, then do it on my turn. I need a Writhing Chrysalis top deck here. Please let me punish this guy. He's had so many random life gain cards. Tabasking Brood Scale. That's only worth 2 damage, though. I'm just gonna wait. Assuming he doesn't heal this turn, there is a shot in the dark that I'm gonna be able to draw another creature and ping for 3. Assuming he doesn't have any more health. This guy's had an insane amount of life gain. Okay, well, I need to draw a creature here or I just die. Creature off the top. That works. That freaking works. Let's go. Don't have an immediate response to this. No immediate response. Let's go. Let's go. Not done yet, baby. Underestimated 3.0. Boom. Boom shakalaka. Let's go. Man, that guy's deck is insane. Alright, we're putting in this Foul Strike, obviously. Take out the Simulacrum. How many artifacts did he have? Realistically, none. Oh, he has a Necro Dominance. That's freaking scary, dude. He has a Necro Dominance? What the heck, dude? What was his interaction? Breathe Your Last. That card. Yeah, this guy has a good deck. I still don't think that I put in a blue. It's just not really worth it. Man, well, that just goes to show Gatekeeper is just good in any deck that can put a bunch of minions on the board. And I'm definitely valuing it higher now. I didn't think it was as good in the Eldrazi deck, but it's actually really good. Damn. Well, we have 1 land, and it's a tapped land, and then if we don't get another land, we just lose, so I have to mull this. It's better that he mulled too. Ooh, there's a turn 2 Malevolent Rumble. I'm open for this. Put back Viper. Okay. Really would like to draw a green mana instead of a red mana, but that works. Turn 2 Sneaky Snacker. That's scary. I guess I'm down for that. There's no way he top decks. There's no way I top deck a Writhing Chrysalis here, right? Okay, well that can answer a enchantment, which is really good because he has a Necro Dominance. What if I just do this? I think I just care more about this. If I'm playing this, I'm using my green, so... I could just kill that, though. Yeah, I just want to use all my mana. He's looting, that's scary. What's really scary is this guy has 3 Sneaky Snacker. If he discards a Sneaky Snacker here, then he's balling. Discards an island, okay. Maybe he's flooded. A fetch would actually be really good here. Okay, that's kind of good. Because I can save this to exile his enchantment, because he has a decent amount of good enchantments. Maybe I just exile that? I don't know, that feels weird. Let's see what this guy does here. I could Siege Smash. I could have answered that, but I feel like they're just more impactful threats. He's on his last energy, so it's like loot 1. Okay. Well, I'm glad I held this. That card is scary, but this card is equally as good. I probably take a turn off just to do that, right? Because if I'm doing this, then what else am I doing with my mana? This amount of damage is probably worth it, because I'm just going to Fanged Flames anyway. I get him for 5 if I do this, which puts him at 9. And then I also have a collective resistance. That's tough. I mean, I have 2 tokens to chump if I realistically need to. Man, this propagator drone has put in work, man. Alright, please do not have a response to me blinking your fish. Because fishes are unfair. Okay, he's just passing, so we might have a response. I do have a Skoa. Well, let's start off by doing this. He's going to respond to destroy it. I mean, I'd rather him destroy that than my Chrysalis. I guess I'm doing nothing here. Okay, good, good. I'm proud of you, bro. You finally used your Tempest Harvester at the right time. Okay, well, he's drawing lands. He's not putting Sneaky Snackers into the grave, which makes me happy. And if he's using a Breathier Last, not on my Writhing Chrysalis, I'm down for that all day. I might just have to Skoa that. That's an okay top deck. Now my token's a 3/4. I'm most likely going to get to a point where I can actually do this for like a high number and start pushing in damage. What's really good about this card is it doesn't have to be power. It can also be toughness. Okay. Well, this isn't ideal. It's probably still the best thing to do, though. Man, having the blue source in the deck for this would be really clutch, but it also would just hurt our mana base. You gonna kill my Writhing Chrysalis? No? Okay. I currently have 2 damage pushing through here. Okay. Well, he doesn't gain any life from that, so that's good. And he's already used 2 of those. It's unlikely he has a third. We haven't seen a third from him. And I have another Writhing Chrysalis anyway. I knew there was a risk associated with doing that, but... Really? I thought he would just sack his Shark. Interesting. Is it better to do this? I think that's okay. I'm still holding up this. I just feel like this is worth to put out now because I might have to win through ping damage. Like, I do have a Skittering Precursor. But I'm on a 2-turn clock right now, so... All creatures get -4/-4. Damn, that allows him to keep his guy. Is there any reason I ever do this? I guess not. That was bonkers. That was indeed bonkers. I think we're cooked here. Yeah, I think I'm just cooked. Okay, well, you're giving me a chance to win here. I don't know why you would do that. Oh, never mind. That's not a... I thought he was using the flashback. I got confused. It's funny because this is like the only real blue-black card. He has 3 Sticky Snacker. That's scary. Alright, let's go to game 3. Alright, well, I have to put a blue mana in this deck. Do I go with the Saucy 41? What would I take out? Maybe this Infernal Captor. It really hasn't come up. I don't want to go down to 8 green, 8 red. That just seems bad. And going down to 7 red seems even worse. Could take out this card. This card's so good, though. Okay, let's do that. We have 9 green and 8 red. This should be good. Okay, I need a saucy hand. This will suffice, I guess. I would have liked to draw the colorless, but okay. Okay, that's nice. Turns out a slow hand with a Writhing Chrysalis is actually just a fast hand. Remember that. I don't necessarily like playing this on 3 because it's just a card that I want to get back Writhing Chrysalis with. But holy shit, we have 2 Writhing Chrysalis. Alright, we're doing it anyway. Back-to-back Writhing Chrysalis is goated here. This guy might come to play because I sacrificed a token. Play something. I don't want to have a counter spell up. My Writhing Chrysalis doesn't like counter spells. Okay, that's fine. I'm not attacking. I'm not letting you trade that for a free Sneaky Snacker. Screw you. I guess I have the Evoke for this, but I'd rather just play it. Hopefully waste a removal on it. I play this one, get it back. That's really nice. But I only have 1 green though. Damn. What does extort do? When you cast a spell, you may pay 1. So if I pay 2... 4, 5, 6, 7. I would have to have a second spell to do something here. This seems fine to me. It's either you kill one Writhing Chrysalis or I get an Evolution Witness here. At this point, I can get rid of this, though, and just get another green. It leaves us with more options. It's unfortunate I can't have this up right now, because I would feel really safe. But I want to save this. If I draw a low-costed spell here, next turn, I could take his Sorin, and then I could gain 3 life by attacking with it. You can't afford to extort, buddy. I need a low-cost spell here. That's not really low cost. Could do that, though. I have 9 mana. I play this for 4. I take that. I play this for 1. That's 5. 6 is extort. 7, 8, 9 is evoke. I don't have another extort. I think I go in with one of these. That's really good. What if I go to combat here? What does this do? Nah, I just hold off. I don't have any tokens anymore, so I now can't steal a sword and trigger it. And he has 3 sneaky snackers, which really sucks. And I don't have a green mana floating, so I can't use my indestructible. Maybe I should just drop this. I might be playing too greedy. Next turn I can start attacking, though. He's attacking with that. I mean, I'll meet you in the middle with a Writhing Chrysalis. I get it. You're going to adapt. You're going to transform your Sorin. You're going to be able to ping something for 3. Unless you extort. I guess you could ping something for 4. Yeah. So you're currently representing 3. If you play something in extort, it becomes 4. That works. That was interesting. It didn't seem that good, but okay. I have this, which could be pretty decent. Him not killing my Writhing Chrysalis there seems so bad. Well, now it's 6 because he gained that life. Okay. So I go in, I attack. What if I just use this ability? Bounce one of those back to hand. Sack one, take one. That guarantees a kill on his Sorin. Four, 5, 6 plus the kicker. Annihilator 1, get rid of your swamp. Could just bounce that guy so he can't loot. I'm cool with it. I think this is going to come up. I want to hold it in hand. Okay. That's +2. That's really good. If he kills that, I probably extort, steal his guy that he plays. Just to kill, confirm the kill on his Storin. Could also just bounce. I have double green, I have double red. I could just use that as a colorless. Okay. That's fine. The blood-soaked inside is going to be goated. I steal his guy, and then I go in and reduce this to like 0. Hey, you got energy. You have 4 lands, bro. What are you doing? You gonna use your food? Oh, buddy's got a food token and a land. Okay, I'm putting that 2 to the top. The fuck you mean, bro? Well, I need double red to play that, so that's a little unfortunate. Paying 2, reducing this by 1. So this costs 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I have to pay double red. That seems really good. Nah, I have a guy and a gift to the Viper. I could just sack that, but nah. Maybe I just get this out. I'm cool with this. I'm going Writhing Chrysalis next turn. This is actually goated. This is actually huge here. We actually drew a combo from his deck because we're going to be able to reduce the cost of this ability by -5. I have 10 mana. So I guess let's go in first. Yeah, the Shadow Spinner's huge here. Shadow Spinner effect. Discard 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Discard this. Discard that. Play this guy. Activate ability, drain you. Play down the Writhing Chrysalis, emote him for good measure. A good emote always goes a long way, baby. Writhing Chrysalis to the skies. Nah, we just use this next turn. It's worth more damage. Good game, and a food token to you, sir. Wow, this was a tough match. Yo, what's up, Myra? How are you doing? Sorry, I was in a heated situation, and I needed to really think there, so I've been talking much. At the beginning of your instead pay amount of life. Okay, pay life, sir. How much are you paying, bro? Rats. Rats from the bay, sir. Okay. I mean, it was coming all tapped. I don't know what you think's happening here. Like, you're just dead. That was nice. Well played, sir. Let's go. Writhing Chrysalis control, baby. We do it again. Back to back to back. Every time I touch this card, all I see is gold, baby. Let's go. You already know what it is. It's your boy, Mr. 1000 Bands, aka the Chrysalis King, back at it again with another banger of a draft. Yes, sir, one more time. Oh yeah, baby. I love Writhing Chrysalis. Writhing Chrysalis is love. Writhing Chrysalis is life, baby. Let's go. Alright, so a quick little review on this draft here. So we ended up with 2 Writhing Chrysalis, which surely was... Alright, so a quick... One second, I gotta wait for this to move away. Alright, so a quick little review on this draft. We ended up with 2 Writhing Chrysalis, which was easily the MVP, as it always is. But as a surprise newcomer It That Heralds the End was absolutely amazing, especially because we got 2 copies. This is the first time I have ever been offered 2 copies in one draft, and it extremely performed because I've never had a deck that could take more advantage of it than with this one, because most of the Eldrazi decks that I have ended up with, although they contained Writhing Chrysalis as well, they were way more late game oriented, and this is the first more aggressive variant of this is the first optimal aggressive variant I've gotten to play of with Eldrazi, and in the aggressive variant, I think this card is just way better. I think you're mostly looking at this card for the +1/+1 and not the cost reduction, although that can be nice if you have a couple of cards to reduce, as well as the Propagator Drone. That was a really busted combo. Ultimately, I ended up having to cut down on a mountain and add in a island, just because that last matchup, he had a couple of cards that I was not going to be able to easily interact with unless I had a bounce, but the evoke from this never came in, although the effect of this card came in very, very clutch. For 7 mana, getting to replace itself and getting Annihilator 1 in the air, it was very exceptional while our opponent was, sitting down at 4 lands. Now, I think this was one of the surprise MVPs of the deck. This card was absolutely insane. I think in any aggressive deck, especially decks where you can create good attacks easily, this card is a must include. And I think there's a big difference between a deck that is a good aggro deck and an aggro deck that can make good attacks. Because, for example, it's like, if I have, let's say, Conduit Goblin into, like, Raptor, into, like, maybe another 2-drop, I may have an aggressive start, but when I get this in the late game, they may just have creatures that just get free blocks in them. But Writhing Chrysalis at 2x copies, when you have so many tokens on the board, it almost guarantees that you get to get in for some amount of damage. And I feel like any time that we got to reduce this by 4 mana, it was absolutely broken. The fact that you get to play the cards until the end of your next turn and not the turn you play it really puts this card over the edge. And I think I'm going to be playing this card a lot more frequently in the future. As well, Molten Gatekeeper was another surprising overperformer. This card actually came in super clutch, and I thought it was just a playable card in this archetype. I thought you mainly more so wanted it in like the red-black artifact decks, but it was actually really, really strong here. It allowed us to kill people in multiple different games just by generating tokens, and especially if you have the Skittering Precursor in combination, that just turns 2 fetch lands into a total of 2 damage, and then 1 damage from this, so that's 3 damage. You're getting 2 tokens, and then you can bring this back later, get some more tokens with your Writhing Chrysalis. I mean, if you have a lot of tokens, this is easily going to be worth 5 ping damage on average, and that makes that card absolutely insane. I mean, I think Collective Resistance is just becoming a necessity at this point, just because there's very few ways to interact with enchantments on a versatile tool like this. It makes you feel a lot better bringing in an enchantment removal, because I will tell you, enchantments are some of the most irritating parts of this format because they're really difficult to interact with depending on what kind of removal you end up with. And so the fact that you can have a guaranteed effect on a card like this with the Hexproof Indestructible and the enchantment removal makes this card almost like a must pick, and I'm probably going to start prioritizing it. Sarpedium Simulacrum, this card honestly was just only in the deck because we were compensating for having a low amount of interaction. But one thing I keep noticing more and more as I play this format is if you have really good creatures and you have a strong Eldrazi deck that allows you to, cheat out things quickly, build up an impressive board on an explosive turn, you really don't need interaction in terms of just removing their guys. Like, you can get away with just having combat tricks like Gift of the Viper or Resistance because your attacks are almost always just going to be better than your opponent, even more so in best of 1. But overall, this was an absolutely fantastic draft, and I think I learned a lot from this one and how to actually end up in a more aggressive Eldrazi space, which usually is very, very difficult to do. thank you so much for getting this far in the video. If you guys enjoyed this draft and you want to see more, make sure to smash the like button, turn post notifications on, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another banger. And as always, if it's not the goo, it's got to go. Peace. Alright, that was an absolutely insane draft. That was honestly a dirty one. You mess with the Chrysalis, you're gonna get a second Writhing Chrysalis, baby. That's just what we do here on Mr. Beats by Ash 1000 Bands channel. Curse Mirror, a really bad card. Genku, Future Shaper, a card that honestly, I think is a really strong card. I've just never been able to play it. Shillingar, Sire of Famine. Okay. Didn't need another one of that guy, but he's cool. Probably a good commander card. Oh, we get a Mythic. Urza's Incubator and Ashling. This card is garbage. They make too many cards nowadays that are like specifically for commander, and it's really like irritating. It's like I don't enjoy commander, guys. Ooh, there's a Brea. It's my first Brea. It's like, that's not my first Brea. They're gaslighting me. They really do be gaslighting. Ooh, 3 Mythics back to back. We get a Royal Monsoon Mage. Great, great. I gotta turn down the air in here. It's really hot. It's like 93 degrees outside. Alright, I had to switch over to a tank top because it was really hot in here. For the one time, it was actually just so hot in here, and it wasn't actually just me being sexy. But once we get to 1,000 followers on the Twitch, I'll just have to go shirtless from that point onward, you know, because, like, we'll have made it, you know? It's what the people want. I do as the people ask. When am I going to go back to Hearthstone? Sorry, I just saw your message, Jonah. To be honest, I'm waiting for the new set to come out. I just played, like, all the stuff that's been out for a while. I've already hit Legend. I've already, like, been pretty competitive in Hearthstone. And there's not really, like, a lot of things left I have in terms of, like, content I want to go over. Especially with the massive amount of nerfs they've done to the format. It's really just limited me on, like, what like brews I can come up with, right? So I'm really just waiting until the new stuff comes out. And when the new stuff comes out, then I'm going to be posting like a lot of stuff on there. But I don't want to just be playing to play. I'm doing it to make content. I mean, that's why I'm doing this draft set, because this is a new thing and I'm excited for it. And I'm not going to be drafting this for like 3 months straight, but I am enjoying it, and it's only been out for less than 2 weeks, so people want to see that, and it's easy content for me to repurpose into videos. When I'm streaming, I'm trying to make sure that if I'm going to be streaming, that it is content that I'm able to repurpose into a YouTube video so that I'm able to more easily manage my time. And currently in Hearthstone, it's like I pretty much went over all the competitive stuff, and the standard meta is just a really small card pool. So there's not a lot of stuff left we can brew with, because they've really just nerfed all of the stuff that was like kind of spicy. And at this point, it's just like, all right, do you want to play aggro paladin? Or do you want to play hand buff paladin? And aggro paladin is just hand buff paladin, except you don't play an excavate package. So it's like, all right, well, I guess like I've already made a video on both those things, so I guess I'll just wait till the new stuff came out. Like, sure, they gave us a new legendary, and I could sit here and make videos, stretch a 1 card reveal review into a 15-minute video, but honestly, that's just kind of a waste of everyone's time. Whenever more cards are revealed in a surplus, then I'll probably start doing some card review videos and like give my ratings for the cards, and that'll be pretty fun. But at this point, there's just not really like a lot of incentives for me to be playing Hearthstone. Also, I really enjoy Arena, and they haven't updated the Arena pool in quite some time. And from what I understand, they aren't planning on updating the Arena pool until the new expansion comes out. So it's like, I don't know what like kind of content I could make, and it's like I don't have the money to be spending on like wild decks. If I had the money to be spending on wild decks, then I'd probably be making like more content. But currently at this point, I just don't have that. I don't have access to that. Sorry, I'm zipping something. But yeah, I think whenever the new set comes out, since I've taken a break, I'm most likely going to have a bigger drive for it. Same thing with One Piece. I'm excited to come back to One Piece, but ultimately, I'm just waiting to hopefully get an interview with this job. And when I get a job, I'll be able to afford to order all of the cards online, because there's just been a shortage in my area of cards in the game. And that's why I haven't been able to play One Piece in a long time. So we're kind of just in a waiting period, and I'm just kind of enjoying drafting. And also, I might go to like some competitive draft tournaments soon and end up going to some record some drafts like IRL. I think that'd be really fun. Hold up. I'll go to my downloads real quick. Okay, cool. I was downloading something. Man, I gotta turn this fan on. Let me make sure I have this short uploaded. Or one scheduled. I'll just look on my phone. Man, I'm so bad at YouTube that I just keep gaining 20 subs and then just losing 20 subs at the same time. I swear, I've been at the same sub count for like basically a year, but I'm getting new subs. It's just people, they like me for a good time and not for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like my thumbnails have been getting better, and I think my overall just process on videos is getting more streamlined. So once I have the opportunity to do bigger videos, I think good things are sure to come. All right, let's do one more. If you're wondering why I only do best 2 out of 3 and not best of 1, it's because I'm a Chad. Best of 1 is for pussies. I'm just telling you right now. Someone had to say it. I'm going to be that guy. Like, best of 1 is just for pussies. It's like, what are you going to do? Increase your rank. What does that do for you? Literally nothing. Go against other people and see that they have 4 Writhing Chrysalises and you only have 1 game and they drew it and you didn't have the out. That's really frustrating. It's also kind of just like I don't know how you would say it, like an ego thing where you're like trying to chase this rank to be better than people. Like, I only care about like my win percentage. There is another bad thing about best of 1, and I don't know how many people know this, but when you play in best of 1, there is basically not the same opportunities for you to open a balanced hand as it is in best 2 out of 3 or just normal paper Magic. There's actually something called the hand smoother, which basically affects the variance in a way to where it makes the set weird to draft. Because basically, the hand smoother makes it to where you're less likely to brick and open either no lands or all lands so that people have a better experience and don't feel like they're just losing because they just frequently just open 0 lands, mull to 5, and just die in a best of 1, right? Well, the issue with that is this is a set with MDFCs, which stands for lands that also have a spell or creature on the other side, and you will consistently put those into your draft deck in place of a non-zero amount of lands, and then the hand smoother doesn't actually take those cards into calculation when configuring your hand. And that really makes the format really awkward to play on best of 1, which makes me very uninterested, right? I think it's just a lower test of skill, in my opinion. It does feel like the people are worse, though, in those pods. Because you're always drafting with people who are from all ranks, right? But there's no ranked in this. There's just like an MMR. All right, welcome back to another Modern Horizons 3 draft on the channel. Starting off in this pack, we have a Prismatic Ending, too good in this format, which is a 100% bomb of a card, and that's probably going to be our pick here. Let me just go ahead and check the data. I want to make sure Prismatic Vista isn't some hidden goo. Yeah, it's just a solid card. It's just a solid card, and Emperor of Bones is a hell of a card, and there's also a Breathe Your Last, which we could potentially wheel here. So let's go ahead and take the Emperor of the Bones. She's the best card in the pack. Whenever one or more counters are put on this guy, you can put a card exiled with this onto the battlefield under your control. It gains haste. Really, really cool effect. Ooh, there is also a Phyrexian Tower. There is a Horrific Assault and a Refurbished Familiar and a Metastatic Evangel. That's really tough. Metastatic Angel is really, really strong, but I mean, so is Horrific Assault. How good is Phyrexian Tower? Phyrexian Tower is okay. Refurbished Familiar is pretty good. It's a B- level card. It's better in Artifact deck. I mean, this card isn't that bad. This card is really good, though. I think I'm legitimately down for the Refurbished Familiar because I don't think it's that much worse than those cards. And it's already in our color pair. Alright, well, there is a Indebted Spirit. There's also an Area Auxiliary. Kind of wish that I ended up pulling the trigger on the Metastatic Evangel last pack. It is a slightly better card than this one, but I did just kind of want to stay with the Emperor of Bones because I want to play this if possible. It is a decent card worth splashing, though. I will say that. I am probably just going to take the Area here. This card is okay, but I think it's really a card that you don't want to take until later in the draft because you need to be really aggressive to take advantage of it. Cursed Wombat is okay, and so is Worn Powerstone. Yeah, so I think I'm just down to go with the Area Auxiliary. Probably just slightly better card than Cursed Wombat. All right, well, there is a Signature Slam. I mean, that's 100% just the best card in this pack. The two white cards I have really no interest in. This is a green-black-white land, but these tend to go a little bit later. So I'm just going to take the Signature Slam here. Not really committed to anything so far. But we do have some powerful cards in every direction, so that's nice to see. It's more likely than anything that we splash the Emperor of Bones. Could be green-white splash Emperor of Bones. And Refurbished Familiar is better in an Artifact deck, but I just think it's a generally speaking decent card overall. I would like to find a Marionette Apprentice. I haven't gotten to play with one of those yet, so I think it'd be really cool to mess around with. Also just a really good card with Emperor of Bones. Okay, well, there is no solid card here that really speaks out to me. That is a blue-white-red. I'm not the most interested in that. There's a Flare of Fortitude, which is decent for sure. Solstice Zealot is okay. That might just be the best card in this pack. I haven't really seen Cursed Mirror do much. Seems like just a worse copy of the guy who exploits people. Wingit's okay too. This card is really only good in a segmented Artifact deck. Likewise with this guy, and the land's not for us, so let's just go with him. One thing I need to watch out for if we end up being black is I've ended up with way too many 4-drops the couple times I've actually gotten to be in black. Okay, well, there's a Temur land. There is a Bant land. There is a Petrifying Meddler, a Etch Slith, a Hex Gold Slith, and a Gift of the Viper. I mean, I already have one energy card. Maybe I'm just interested in the Hex Gold Slith here. It is an okay card. I could pivot off of black if needed. Starting with 2 energy cards feels pretty nice. I think I'm just down for this. Okay, so there is another Flare of Fortitude here. Second Solstice Zealot is probably calling our name. It's not really that much better than the Thriving Skyclaw, but it is in our colors, so I guess it makes sense here. Flare of Fortitude is just one that I think is way too gimmicky. It's probably one of the worst Fortitudes. I think the blue one's probably the best. Okay, well, there is a Riddlegate Gargoyle 2X. That could be a signal. Maybe we're just blue-white. This is a black-white land. But I think these cards are too powerful. It's either I take this or I take this. I have 3 energy cards already, which seems pretty strong. I don't know really what's been more open. I think this is probably the slightly better card. Okay, well, there is an Expel. There's also a Thriving Skyclaw and a Drownyard Lurker. Not really interested in any of these cards, to be honest. I mean, I don't really like playing this card, but I would be open to it. These cards are a dime a dozen, and we can probably get them later. Simulacrum, maybe we end up playing this. It's not a good card. I don't really like this guy. I haven't really had, like, great success with him, but he can find artifacts. It's probably more likely we're playing white-red, so this might just be the safer card. Okay, well, that is a Worn Power Stone, which could work with us being in black-red or could work with us being in white-red. This guy's also okay. I don't know that I'm really trying to commit to red at this point. I think I'll just go with the Worn Power Stone. Second Expel. You don't really want to play two of those, but that's okay. And I'm picking up a Wing It. Well, I at least know I made a correct decision somewhere going white. All right, well, there is a Conduit Goblin. There is a Warren Soul Trader, which is a fine card. This card is really nice, too. This pack has some goodies for sure. For sure got some goodies. So what are the cards I actually want to play here? I guess I'm probably just going to end up taking this Conduit Goblin. It does kind of suck here, but I think we're kind of headed down a white-red energy path, and the black train has kind of left the station. White seemed very, very open, and red went very late as well, so it could just be the right place to be in at the right time. There's not really anything else that speaks out to me too much. We're in Soul Trader. You just have to have like a really good combo. Like you have to have that enchantment that keeps reviving stuff for energy. Okay, well, there is another Phyrexian Ironworks and a Scurry of the Gremlins. Well, I'm very glad that we decided to go down the red-white path and not the white-blue path, taking that Riddlegate Gargoyle back there, because this card is absolutely amazing, and I have not gotten to play with it yet. There's also a Gatekeeper, which we could wheel. I would be pretty satisfied with. Even the Void Pouncer or the second Ironworks, or maybe even this. I mean, that's just a really good pack with multiple cards I'm looking to wheel. Okay, well, here is an MDFC for white. This is probably one of the better ones. Getting free access to artifact or enchantment removal is really premium, especially because you can get Essence Reliquary in white, and that would allow you to then bounce the MDFCs back to hand. Oh, but that's a Galvanic Discharge, pick 3. I didn't even see that there. Damn, that's really, really tough. I think I'm going to go with the Discharge. It's just the strictly better card. Although I'm not like hard committed to red, I do have some really strong red cards so far, so I probably just have to take this here. Ooh, and that is an Amped Raptor. We get rewarded for committing to red. You love to see it, baby. Let's go.
I fucking knew it! Oh!
Man, this deck is looking very, very nice. Oh my gosh. And there's another Metastatic Evangel and as well a Witch Enchanter. That's a tough decision. I got to look at the win rate here. I think it's just Evangel every time. Yeah, I mean, this is a land though, but this is a more aggressive card and it works with the synergies in our deck. Might be able to get back the first one on the wheel. I think I'm just down for this. It just seems like it has more synergies with our deck. Ooh, and that is an Aether Revolt. That's exactly what I'm looking for here. Yeah, that seems absolutely amazing, man.
Yes, I see. Good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone. Aether Revolt is here. The energy train is leaving the station, and he's picking up his friend, Conduit Goblin number 2. Let's go, baby. We're literally putting gasoline in the tank because this deck is looking fantastic. Tough to leave this on the table. It's a really strong card too. And this is actually shaping up really well in our deck as well. And man, red-white is just really, really open right now. Kite versus Unicorn versus Sultai Land. Not really interested in that. Probably not playing that anymore. Kite is just really, really good. Especially the first Kite is really good. I guess I'm going to pick this up here. Yeah, this deck is shaping up to be very, very strong. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 energy cards. All right, well, that guy can supplement as an energy card. This guy's also really strong. That's a tough one. I think I'm probably more interested in the Inventor because this is like the best home to play Inventor. Yeah, it's probably just Inventor here every time. I don't think we're playing the Void Pouncer. Well, this is looking really, really strong. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 drops. All right, well, we're going to go Molten Gatekeeper anyway. We are double dipping, baby. Yeah, this deck has a good amount of creatures. We're already at 11. Or we're already at, yeah, we're already at 11 creatures. So that's really, really good. Okay, there are realistically no cards for us in this pack. I guess I'll take the card that possesses a white pip in order to cut it off. Could have taken the energy card. Yeah, I'll take the energy card. Oh, Thraben Charm for free. Pick 15. Don't mind if I do. And another Molten. Okay. Okay, pack number 3. What do we got in store for us here? So there is a Razorgrass Ambush, which is a premium MDFC. There is also a Strength of the Harvest. Is this card just the better MDFC out of the two? Because it enters play untapped if we choose to do so? Most likely, right? Yeah, I think I'm most interested in this just because it enters play untapped. Although this is a good card because we're going wide, I think this is just the better card for our deck. Okay, well, I don't mind if I do. I'll take another Aether Revolt. Well, this seems absolutely bonkers in our deck. Really glad I picked up the Inspired Inventor, and this card is not a legendary enchantment, so we'd actually run 2 of those, which is very, very nice. Our 4-drop slot is looking ecstatic. Oh my gosh, Area Auxiliary versus Reiterating Bolt? That's a tough decision, man. I mean, I think this might just be better in our deck, right? Reiterating Bolt might legitimately just be better because it actually gives us energy, and I think that's really just the deciding factor. Now, that is a broken card, don't get me wrong, but it's the... Or no, this doesn't... Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. I guess this is maybe just slightly better. I don't know, that's a tough decision. I don't have that much removal, but this card is just really good in our deck as well. Okay, well, I don't feel bad about not picking up the removal because there is a Ghostfire Slice, which is just a really premium card. I mean, there's also a Blood-Soaked Insight, which seems really strong in this deck, but I think I'm more interested in the removal since we're kind of limited on that, right? Yeah, I'm probably just more interested in the removal. I mean, a Thriving Skyclaw isn't bad either. Maybe I should have just bit the bullet, took the 2-drop, and then ended up trying to wheel a Skyclaw or something. All right, is there a land in here for us? That's a red-white land. That's a red-white land. Don't mind if I do. I've only got 13 creatures, but still. I mean, I don't really want to play this. I think I'd still rather just have at least one dual land. It's probably well worth its weight, because I don't know if we're going to get another one of these. Hopefully we can at least end up with 1 or 2 more creatures here, because I don't want to play that Knight. Although it can find us Aether Revolt and Scurry of Gremlins. That is very true. Red-white cards. Where you at? Alright, I guess we're playing Indebted Servant. That's just how it be, man. It is a creature. I'll take it. Ooh. Dog Umbra? Oh, wait. Never mind. There's just a 7th pick Galvanic Discharge. Sign me up, sir. Sign me up. 2 Galvanic Discharge alongside the Aether Revolt and the Ironworks. This is looking like a really clean deck. Can Knight search those cards? Yeah, I can search for enchantments, and we have a decent amount of artifact enchantments. We have 4, like, very strong ones. Ooh, and we get into Johnny Fells the Goldsire. Pick 8? That's crazy. I mean, there's also just a fetch. I don't think we really want a fetch in this deck. Like, it only gets 1 of our colors. I have 1 MDFC that might be enough. Solstice Zealot is probably worth it just because of our massive energy theme. This deck is looking really good, even if we don't get anything else. The curve is a little bit weird, but I think we should be Gucci. Probably not playing that. Ooh, another Inventor or a Thraben Charm. Maybe just Thraben Charm? I have a lot of 3s. Yeah, I have a lot of 3s. This guy's probably just a slightly better version of that. And although I am a little bit lighter on creatures, I have cards that supplement his creatures. That card's just really good in our archetype. Okay, well, I might actually play the Barbarian Ring. Like, I don't have a white duel. I mean, I don't have a blue-white duel. Okay, we'll take the gold card. Gold cards are cool. Oh, well, that's a real card. Okay. Oh, we just get past a rare. 15th pick. Hell yeah. Damn, this is looking like a really nice draft. Although we don't have as many creatures as I would like, I think our energy synergies are just unmatched. That doesn't really matter. So obviously we're playing this. We're playing that. And what do we want to cut here? So we have 8, 7 equals 15. Probably not playing the Barbarian Ring. So that's 16, 17. I have to cut one of those. What am I more predominantly? White. Okay. So I've got 9 white and 8 red, which seems legit. I have to cut 4 cards here. How many creatures do we have? 14, but we have cards that supplement his creatures, such as this and this. Probably Siege Smash. Wing It. I could get rid of Indebted Spirit. I could get rid of one of these, but that makes energy. Damn, there's so many good cards in this deck. Yeah, okay, I have a lot of removal, right? I have this, that. That's 5. That's 6 pieces of removal. So I'm pretty Gucci on that. I don't think I really care as much about that. I'd honestly rather have this Wing It. How good do we like this Indebted Servant? This just gives +1/+1 in Afterlife. Seems more of like a mid-range deck than anything. I don't know if we actually need this. It's a C-level card. Maybe we just cut... I do like having one combat trick here. Cut that. I like one Molten Gatekeeper. Cut the Wing It because I have 2, 4, 5, 6 interactable spells. And how many energy cards do we end up with? So that's an energy card. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 energy, or 13, 14. Okay, so that's pretty good. Deck's a little bit low on creatures. How many enchantments and artifacts do we have? Artifacts 3. Enchantments 4. Which means we have a total of 7. Does that make this guy worthwhile? High key, I think I'm down to put this in the deck. Like, the artifact and enchantments that we're getting are pretty damn high value. Like, if we get Scurry or Aether Revolt, like, we're pretty happy, right? Could cut Kite. Let me look at a deck list real quick. Hey, is Twitch or YouTube better? To be honest, probably YouTube. It doesn't really matter. I'm more focused on YouTube. I'm just kind of streaming on Twitch because I can multi-stream, and so like why not? But I mean, I'm more focused on the YouTube for like the videos. I don't expect to like gain anything from Twitch. It's just another outlet for people to access the content, right? Whereas YouTube, I actually like care about it. But I'm glad you're actually here. I was kind of in depth thinking, so I was kind of not looking at the chat, but I would like to know what you think. Because I'm thinking about just cutting this kite. I think this kite is a really good card, but at the end of the day, I wanted to put this guy in because I have 2 Aether Revolt with a total of 12 energy cards, and I have a Scurry of Gremlins. So, and we have a total of 3 Artifact, 4 Enchantment, that's 7. And it's like probably like a 60 or 70% chance that we actually hit with this guy. So I think this guy is legitimately worth it. I think I would much rather have that guy over this kite. I could be convinced to cut this Gatekeeper, but I think 1 Gatekeeper is good. The way I'm kind of looking at this deck is less so an aggro deck and more of a tempo-based deck. Yes, we can have aggressive starts, but ultimately this deck has like 7 to 8 pieces of real removal, and then we're looking to just take advantage of the value generated from this. So I think I'd rather just not have the kite in this deck. Like, I don't necessarily feel like we care too much about, like, getting in for early damage. And the flying is, like, okay. But I don't really need to attack to win if I'm just making my game plan based around going for Aether Revolt. I think this should be good. So we've got... Okay, I didn't mean to do that. 11 and 16. Okay, that seems legit. We have 16 lands with the, where is it? The Razor Grass. I think this seems legit, but I'd be interested to see what you have to say, Paul. This seems very good to me. Also, I don't know that I really need a combat trick because the amount of removal we have. It's probably just not necessary. This is probably as pure of like an energy-based deck that I've ever had, in red-white at least. In red-blue, I've had some saucy energy decks, but I think this just might be it. Alright, well, if no one has any opinions on it, I think I'm just going to lock this in. Alright, so we ended up with a pretty nice red-white energy deck. We're going to be able to play 15 lands. We're going to be able to play 16 lands with our Fetch and the Razor Grass Ambush. And we ended up with like 7 to 8 real pieces of removal. And we also ended up with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 energy cards. So we ended up with 14 energy cards, which is absolutely amazing. And we have 4 different payoffs, so that's why I actually decided to put in this Roscott Knight, because we have a total of 7 targets, which puts this at least above, like, in the 60 to 70% range to hit. And I decided to take out the Indebted Spirit and the Kite. I think those cards are a little bit better in the green-white deck, although I don't think they're bad in this archetype. I think our deck is more focused on playing a tempo-based game plan than just, like, attacking early. Yes, we can have aggressive starts, but I'm more so trying to win the game via one of our artifact or enchantments. And the fact we have 2 Aether Revolt means we can potentially just win the game without actually attacking. So I don't think Kite is as important on that forefront, but this looks like an amazing deck. So let's go ahead and hop into the games and see how much energy we can get at once. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom before we start. Alright, well, it's honestly kind of crazy to me that we didn't even really fully commit to an energy theme until pack 2, and we ended up with an energy deck that I feel like, realistically, most of the time, you're going to be picking the cards straight from the first pick onward to get something this premium. So it's absolutely insane for sure. All right, hopping into match number 1 with our energy beatdown deck here. Well, this is a 4-lander with an Amped Raptor. I think that's good enough for me. We've got a decent amount of 2-drops in this deck, and even if it doesn't hit, we can still use the energy later on for our Scurry, for our other effects, so I think this is going to be great. Okay, he's going to start out with the Pteramander. I will counter with an Amped Raptor of my own, sir. Into a Thraben Charm. Hot Wheels, beat that, my guy. 2 mana, 2/1 first strike, and we get to kill your turn 1 play. You love to see it. Most important thing about that interaction is we got to remove his affinity, which I think is very, very important. Oh no, he's playing white. Okay, so maybe he's not going more artifact-centric, but this seems like a really artifact-centric card. Okay, so I guess he could pay energy to try to be on par with us. I guess I don't offer the trade here, and I just go for the Zealot. Because if I offer the trade, then he just takes. He pays his energy to make himself first strike. No, it doesn't matter, though, because then our Sosta Zeot will be at 3 health. So assuming he doesn't kill this, that's fine, and this still trades with it. So I think I'm good with this. I over-evaluated what was going to happen on that interaction. I just don't want to miss anything, because I think this is a really strong deck. I'm trying not to punt, because this is one of the archetypes I really haven't gotten to play very much. I was thinking at first that he would get the counter on attack, but he doesn't get that until he does damage. So even if he first strikes, he can't kill the Zealot. But if he's using a removal on the Zealot, I mean, it is what it is, right? Regardless, if he gets this up to 3, I do have the Ajani's waiting in the wings 2 turns from now. So realistically, how much value can he get from this card? Okay. Well, he's giving me back some life, so that's not really helping him in terms of the race. Hopefully top deck something here. If we play this, we get 3 energy, which could be kind of good. I mean, we don't have anything else to do, so I think I'm just down for that. I don't have to use it right now. I can save the energy for when we maybe get something like a our enchantment, the Ironworks. That'd be really good, because that's already 5 energy. We just attack 1 time, we get 2. Maybe I should have just went in for the damage, but I guess the buff is only for 1 turn, so it probably wasn't worth the energy. I could have gotten in for 2, though. Okay, we're just going to respond with that. I think I'll just let it go. Sure. I mean, if you're Thraben Charming that, you're not getting rid of my guys, and I get to keep my energy. So I'll probably just take the hit here and then go with Johnny's. If he attacks. He may just not attack because he knows that I have first strike and he doesn't have access to energy, which means that we're not taking a hit and we have control of the board, so I'd be pretty happy about that. He's got a Dross Claw. Okay, interesting. This is a weird deck. He's got like a sub-theme of artifacts and as well energy. Maybe he doesn't have an energy theme. He could just play that card because it's a decent aggressive card, but he has like... he has different contrasting themes. Like, this card is only good if you're playing control, and that's why I'm not a big fan of it, because giving your opponent life is so detrimental in this format with a deck like white. Okay, well, that's really good. That is really, really good, but I think I just do this to get it out of the way. So this is actually really, really nice now, though, because we're going to go ahead and use this, which means next turn we can discard this land, and then it's going to give us access to 2 cards that maybe will help us set up the Aether Revolt. I think I'm down to just go in here. If he wants to trade with a token, I'm happy with that. Oh, you're just going to block? Okay. Sure. I mean, I'm down with an Aether Revolt in a simplified game state. My deck is gas. We have 14 energy cards, my guy. And 5 energy already. The Ironworks would be huge. Okay, honestly, even getting another Aether Revolt would be okay, because we'll still be able to just wait a couple turns here. We're at 21 health. That Expel the Interlopers really put us in a good position. Just wait here. Ooh, that's amazing. Well, I mean, now this is just a combo. I probably still oh, wait, no, I don't get to discard. For some reason, I thought this was Raw and Implicit Maze. I'm actually just trolling. But I mean, I can go Discharge. Probably just put the Vigilance on that guy. I mean, am I interested in just doing this? I think I just play this. We'll attack with this. Yeah, let's just go ahead and attack with this. I don't really need the additional damage off of this for the non-combat source. Let's go ahead and drop down the Aether Revolt, and we'll just hold up the Discharge. So we can deal up to 8 to something, and then we'll deal 3 to something, which seems very, very strong. Is there any reason to hold this red? Like, do we have a discard effect? Okay, we don't have a discard effect, so we just play this. For some reason, I thought that this was a Raw and Implicit Maze, which on Chapter 2 allows you to discard 1 and then play the top 2 of your deck, and so I was just tripping out there. Okay, he's just going to equip that? Sure. Hopefully he plays something else to make this Discharge worth. Ooh, he's gonna Grave Dig. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I guess I'm down just to hold this. Doesn't really do much for us. Because if I just kill that, I'm doing 3 face. These guys already tapped. He doesn't have lifelink. I don't know why he would be racing us. We can just hold this forever. Okay, double Aether Revolt, Galvanic Discharge is pretty damn good. Is this just game, potentially? So, I guess let's play this and go to combat here. This is 7 on the board, and if we get in with this, we can deal 6 face. So that's exact lethal, assuming he has nothing. He probably has something, at least. You would think. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. Whenever you gain 1 or more energy, you deal that much to any target. Okay, cool. So we'll just do here. We will gain 3 energy and deal 6 face to you, sir. I love Aether Revolt. This is a fun deck, man. Nice. Well played, sir. Well played. Well, that was very cool. No reason to side deck anything in. This deck is the goo, baby. This is the goo indeed, brother. Okay, well, I have a pretty reactive hand. Discharge gives us energy. This just kills something. He hasn't shown any multicolored creatures. I mean, I don't know that we have to be aggressive to beat him. This is just a value engine. I feel kind of safe with that. It's a little bit risky, but on the draw, I think I'm more happy with this than not. Any creature we draw just makes this hand 10x better. Oh, hey, we got a creature. Let's go. Maybe I just kill his Pteramander? We'll see if he plays a 2-drop. I'm killing that. I'm killing that so fast. Yeah, that thing can get out of control. And we're going to profit 2 energy off this exchange, so we're lit. Ooh, into an area auxiliary. Can't do anything for now, but we do have our turn 3 and turn 4 lined up for us. Dross Claw, okay. I probably just Molten Gatekeeper still. There's really not a lot of incentives to going Slice. Ooh, Razorgrass Ambush. That's cool. I'm still just going to put the creature down. It puts us in a better position to be able to do this on 4. Although we don't have 2 creatures to buff it with, I think it's just fine. Getting someone in the air is super legit because then it starts triggering our Ironworks. We only have to attack 1 time to get it to 3. And if we have this and an Aether Revolt on field, then every turn we're dealing 1 and gaining 1. Does he play Sneaky Snacker? He's playing white. That's a little bit weird. I mean, he's probably not playing Sneaky Snacker, considering he's used white mana already, and also, he's thinking about his options. So maybe this card doesn't have any effect on his deck. Maybe it's just like a card he was forced to play because he got cut off. That's weird. Up to 3. So he just sent 2? It almost seems kind of negative for him. Alright, the bird is coming down, baby. Believe in the bird. Support 2. Deal 1 to you. Deal 3 to you. I've got a blocker in the air. This ability currently costs 6. Yeah, this costs 6 right now. And he's only going to be at 4 next turn. So I think we've got him in a really good position. Just want to block with that. Interesting. Okay. I guess he just wants to equip that. If he's spending mana to equip that, then I'm in a really happy position. Technically, we can play this and hold this. And then we're guaranteed an energy most likely if he's equipping. Okay, sweet. He doesn't have a removal. Interesting. Well, let's do this. We can use the Razor Grass if he happens to have a piece of interaction during damage step. Blocking our guy. What could he have for 1 mana? I don't know. I don't think I really care. Yeah, we're Gucci. He doesn't even have his other color on the field as a land right now, so sweet. Easy 2-0 with this deck. This deck is creamy, just like me, baby. Let's go. All right, match number 2. Let's see it. Let's see the Goo Gob work, baby. Goo Goblin is in the building. Alright, match number 2 here. So it's a 4-lander, but we have an Amped Raptor into an Aether Revolt. That seems pretty legit. Maybe this finds us another Aether Revolt. Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice, but we can use the excess energy if we miss with this, so I'm not all too mad. Ideally, we should hit a Conduit Goblin off of this because we're a dirty high roller like that. We missed an Aether Revolt. That sucks. Well, this guy's less powerful. I really need to hit a non-land here because I can't currently Thraben Charm his dog, but he is probably playing an enchantment. Oh yeah, I'm removing that. Hell yeah, I'm removing that. That's broken. That was not very cool. I mean, there are instances in white. Probably just hold this. Let's get rid of that. That's just broken. We're going to take 3 here. Unfortunately, we're wide open. Oh, he's playing the Necro Boom. I've never even seen someone use that. Okay. I am taking off a lot by doing this, but I will be able to kill his Watchdog next turn. If we can survive, it'll be worth it. Getting 7 or more lands with different names is just not real. He's just building up blockers, really. I feel like this card would be really cool if Field of the Dead was in this set. I think I'm okay with that. Don't put it on the dog. Don't put it on the dog. No. Yes, put it on the Necro Bloom. Good boy, good boy. Ooh, this is dirty. This is a really dirty line. Trigger this first. Three there. Remove his shield counter, I guess. It's pretty legit. This card would actually probably be a lot better as well if there were creatures that were lands. Like, kind of like how there was in Lost Caverns and in Eldraine. Am I down to just get rid of this? I could just triple trade, but he blows us out. That's scary. I need something good here. Wow. Rip. Well, that wasn't good. And we have a blocker, though. He's just going to adapt, unfortunately. Maybe it was more correct to have kept our other guy. He's just passing. Oh my gosh, I'm just straight up breaking here. That sucks. Unfortunate. He's gonna adapt for free. Oh, and he has a Felia. That's probably just GG. He just removes our Rescott Knight, and then I'm just cooked. Yeah, I'm conceding. Very unfortunate. Man, we have about like a 70% chance to hit with this guy, but he just didn't pan out. Maybe I put this in. I mean, I have so much removal. I don't think it's needed. How does this work? When 2 or more creatures attack, put an oil counter on this. Remove 2 oil counters. It's just the fact they draw 2 cards, which just makes that ass. Does he have artifacts? That's an artifact, I guess. I could remove this and put in another Molten Gatekeeper to be more aggressive on the play. This does find our win condition, though. I think it's good enough. I think we just had an unfortunate start. Yeah, that was a little bit of an unfortunate start, but we're going to bounce back. Let's go ahead and start off on the play this time. 3 lands, 4 lands potentially. Energy, energy, energy. Yep. And we don't have 2 red, but that's okay. We'll probably find a second red. Knowing me, I am the Flood God. I should probably change my arena name to Johnny the Flood. Because I be out here like a natural disaster. That's a second red. If he has a haste creature somehow, I can answer it. Okay. Well, I kind of just want to save my cards until he ends up using, until I can end up affording to use this. Is that greedy? Neither of these guys trade into his guy, so it's probably okay. I mean, if he has the enchantment to put on it 2 times in a row, it is what it is. He's playing his land, so he doesn't have that. No interaction? No interaction? Yes, sir. Oh, we're good with that all day, son. We're good with that all day. Well, this is a lot of energy I'm gaining. No enchantment removal, sir. You don't have it. You don't have the enchantment removal. You're going to play a good creature. I may or may not answer it just by generating free energy. Don't worry about that right now. No, no. What are you doing? That was toxic as fuck. Holy shit, that was toxic. If I can hold off here and draw a non-land card, there's a chance we can still do it. Really? Okay. You're giving me life, so I don't really hate that play. I probably just greed. Oh, that's dying. That's dying. That gives you more energy. I'm not letting you do that, sir. That card is broken, man. I'm not letting you do that. That would give him more energy to be able to fill up the Static Prison to take hostage of our card, and I don't like that. This is a good card, though. Okay, that works. I mean, I'm not at risk of dying. I get the Aether Revolt back next turn. That's just like a lot of damage. As long as he doesn't remove it again, I probably can come back here. Alright, that's dying. That is dying for show. Closing the distance, okay. That's 4 energy. Okay. Well, that was a lot of damage. That's scary. That's so scary. Well, that tells me something. He either thinks that he just has game on us, or he has a way to get more energy. If I let this happen, I'm representing 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I just have to keep my creatures here. I have to hope that I top deck something. I think pretty much any creature wins the game. Well, that sucks. Is this just still game? It's exactly 11. I didn't even know that. I didn't realize you could do this multiple times. Thought you could only do it one time. Maybe that was a blunder by him. If he would have kept up blockers, it wouldn't be confirmed. That was really, really lucky. Bro, it's 11 guaranteed. I don't know what we're doing here. Alright, GG, sir. Well, his deck is really hard for us to answer. He has a lot of threats that we don't have the best interaction for. Okay, well, we're getting in a lot of situations where we're going to combat. This is tough. I don't know if I want to change anything with the deck. Maybe this guy's too greedy. Take out this guy, put in one of those. Or like a trick. I mean, our stuff is heavily incentivized for like putting multiple guys in the field. I don't really want that. Did he have an artifact? No, he just had enchantments. This could be respectable, though. He has a Guide of Souls, which is so toxic. Maybe I just put in another piece of interaction. I am on the draw. I think I'm just going to put in another piece of interaction here. That guy was clutch, but ultimately, I think his deck grinds better than our deck. He auto-kept, so his hand's insane. If I risk it here, his hand is really good, but I have to go to 6 here. Okay. I think this is decent. Put that back, I guess. I mean, this plus this, that's kind of a combo. Combo we didn't know we needed. That card's just too good. I need to do this in case we top deck a 2. That card is probably one of the best 2-drops in the format. At least I know he didn't start with the Guide of Souls. Allegedly. Oh, he does have a Guide of Souls. That's freaking scary. Well, I'm just saying fuck that, I think. Plane cycling? Okay. Yeah, that card's too good. Into the Necro Bloom, that's scary. That's so scary. Oh, well, I have energy. I know he doesn't have that, so he doesn't have an answer to it. Hopefully he doesn't have Static Cage. Oh, that's gross. Pay 3, kill. Or do I just do face? Maybe the damage is more important. What can he really do with these? I don't know, it's only 2 damage. Top deck war here. I mean, does he have something in the combat step or is he just bluffing? I kind of need to keep that. Perfect. Perfect. Worst case scenario, I get a 3-3. I can use that to start chumping, I guess. Oh, wow, okay. We're doing it like that then. Okay. I want to keep this to kill his token, but I think this is too important. Kill that. Get a 3-3. And I'll just hold this in hand. There's no, like, disadvantage to keeping it right now. If I attack, I'm guaranteed to kill his 2-1. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Going to combat here. I'll get him for 2. Well, I have to hope he doesn't have an answer. Don't kill my Zealot. Don't kill my Zealot. He didn't have it. Okay. Tapping that bad boy down. He doesn't have a hexproof. No hexproof. Oh, that's so bad. Holy shit, that's scary. Okay. This gives us 5 energy. Is that just game? Wait, I think that's exact lethal. No way. No, it's more than lethal. Well played, sir. Well played. That was a tough match. Wow, that guy had a good deck in the regard that his Necro Bloom just kind of stopped us from playing the game for so long, but we were able to pull through somehow. That was crazy. I mean, that just shows the power of Scurry the Gremlins. That card's just insane. Alright, I'll be right back. All right, last match of the day. Last one, best one, baby. Let's get it. Can we trophy back to back? That is the question we must ask ourselves. All right, last match of the day. Can we trophy back to back? Let's see what happens and find out. All right, well, we have 3 lands and we have a 2, 3, 4 curve. So this doesn't seem like it could really get any better. So I'm feeling pretty good here. Playing the forest. Ooh, another 3-drop. That's good. Go ahead and start out with the Conduit Goblin. I have all the goblins, sir. Goblin control at its finest. Goblin with the area is really nice. Ooh, okay. I could be down just to Thraben Charm that, but it seems like too reactive. Most likely, it's probably just better to do this. Get him for the 5-piece. 5-piece with McNuggets? He's greedy. He doesn't block. He's greedy. Wow, he's really greedy. Like I said, I could have Thraben Charm, but when we're about to have 3 creatures, the Thraben Charm just increases in value, whereas this card's value is kind of constant. Green, blue, black. Oh, into a Path of Annihilation. That's really scary. But this auxiliary makes me feel really good. Unfortunately, we didn't draw a land, which really sucks. That's actually really bad. I could just kill that, though. Is it a little bit too late? Maybe. Maybe it is. I don't know. I think I just dropped this down. It's just pressuring him for a lot of damage. And then I've got to tap if he has, like, a huge creature. The Thraben Charm was very tempting, though, just to kill that. This is 7 damage, though. I feel like he has to block 1. Taking it all? Okay. Well, he must have some kind of bomb here. Very unfortunate that we didn't get a land there because the Aerial Auxiliary probably would have made us safe-proof from pretty much anything. This does give him back life, though, which is way worse for us than the other one. Warp Tusker, okay. Well, we need a land here really bad, preferably a white land. A white land does our job good. Okay, let's go. The white land is crazy here. We drop down this. Is that lethal? It might just be lethal. Because he's going to be at 10. Yeah, that's just game. Let's go. Oh, no, that's not lethal. Is it? No, it is. Okay, because we can pay twice for the goblins, right? So we target this goblin, that goblin, targets the other goblin, because, like, why not? And that's just 10. Holy crap, we just killed someone on turn 5 of the game. Oh, no, we don't, because he has a token. That's unfortunate. I didn't realize that he had a token. It looked like all of his stuff was tapped out. Damn, I'm kind of dumb for that. But, I mean, we have a Zealot, so I guess we can tap something down. 3 in the air with Auxiliary. Well, 4 because we buff it with a Goblin. As long as he doesn't gain life here, I think we're Gucci. I think that makes sense. I kind of just baited everyone, making them think that I had lethal, but I really didn't. I was actually really about to be surprised because I've never seen someone just kill anyone that fast. Like, it's really difficult to kill someone by turn 5 in this format, because these slower decks, they can just take multiple turns off and they have so much sustainability. Like putting a reach creature out, getting an additional blocker, and gaining 4 life is more than worth for sacrificing plays for the first couple turns, right? But I am threatening for a lot of damage, so he needs to like lock down my people. He might have to have a Riddle Gate Gargoyle. He has an Annoyed Outstar, so he has to Cascade and hit something bonkers. What is that? Oh my gosh, that's so vile, dude. Holy shit, that was broken. Oh my gosh, that was so broken. Wow, and he has more gas? You're kidding me. No, that's literally insane. Holy shit, that was insane. So, if I tap down one of his people, he has 3 people. I mean, I think I'm just always doing this. Right? I don't know. This is really tough. I wish this was Proliferate. Man, that Cascade there just saved this guy's ass. I just saved him big time. It's probably just this and 1 Goblin. That's 6. If I tap down this and I just go Goblin, Goblin, is he just forced to block with that? Which I don't really want him to keep that card. Well, no, because I don't have enough energy for that line. Alright, well there's 1 reach. So if we top deck another one, then we can start going Zealot, and that'll be okay. He does just have a lot of people. His Cascade there was just crazy. Oh, and he does have a Riddle Keeper. You're kidding me. Riddle Keeper is so broken. This guy's top decks are actually crazy. Holy shit, I don't know if we're going to be able to beat this guy. His deck is basically just a hard counter to ours, but I will try my best. His sequence was insane, though. Going Path of Annihilation to gain back 8 life, and we just played through 2 big boys. And now he's just going to get to keep using this ability. This card is unfair. The fact that that's not once per turn, what is this, Nadu's little brother? He just goes Riddle Keeper, taps down my Gatekeeper, taps down my Zealot. Is he going to adapt? Get the token, then sack that guy? Oh, and then that's going to give him 4 more life. Yeah. This card just put a nail in the coffin. This guy's literally healing 12 life, and his Cascade just destroyed us. Wait, what? Wait, why did he just do that? Why didn't he just go Riddle Keeper? He could just use the ability, right? He could have used the ability. I don't know why he didn't do that. That would have been really good for him. Well, if I do this, and my Keeper... No, he's going to gain back enough health where I don't think it matters, right? Does gaining energy here do anything? I tap down this, and then I'm attacking for 3. I tap down this, and then he doesn't really have any good blockers, I guess. We'll see. I think I have to play to my out here. The 3 energy is huge. Does he have a play? Aw, crap. He's got something insane here. I should have just played it safe and went for the Aether Revolt. He didn't have lethal, but he'd be gaining back 4 life, though. I don't know why he didn't just Riddle Keeper last turn. So I'm attacking with 4 people. He has 3 people. That means one of my guys gets in. One of my guys dies to his 3/3 and I trade away 2 game pieces. I don't know if that's even worth. I mean, I'm down to let this die. But he can technically just remove this though, right? And then it exiles and then I don't get anything. Keep one of these, maybe. He blocks there. Blocks there. Blocks that. I think there's some merit to just keeping that. Excellent, my gatekeeper is huge for him. The reality is I needed to trade away his game pieces regardless. I guess technically, maybe we top deck a Galvanic Discharge. Gosh, this card's just so insane. It's the fact that he cascaded into a guy that was just 1 cost less that really just put the nail in the coffin here. This card is okay, but most of the time you don't get to do that. Like, there's very few cards in that range that are like, oh, insane. But that was just cheating. Especially with this on the field. I would have killed him almost 1.5 times if it wasn't for this stupid broken card. Alright, what are you doing here, bro? You just riddle gatekeeper, like it's obvious. Okay, obviously. Yes, sir. I see you. Okay. You go to 9. I have 2 turns here. Yeah. Energy card, energy card. That's not energy card. I'm actually just cooking. I'm actually just so cooked, man. I needed that energy card so freaking bad, dog. And there's no reason not to hold this. It has no effect on the game. What am I drawing here? Scurry of Gremlins is the only thing that wins me the game in this position. Literally the only thing that wins me the game in this position. It gives me 4 energy exactly. I deal 4 damage to him. If he gains life here, it doesn't matter. That's so bonkers, dog. This is basically just a deck itself. Like, in a simplified game state with, like, how many fetches this guy has, that's insane. 1, 2, 3. He has a duel. If I draw Scurry of Gremlins and I attack with everyone, is that even game? What happens if I attack with both? If one of my guys dies, I can chump. I mean, it's a simplified game state. He has another thing. I think I'd rather just not show him this, right? I attack with 1. I trade into this. He goes 2 chances to get a creature. And then, like, there's nothing in my deck that really answers that. The chances of us coming back here are really low. But it is a chance. Maybe I should have kept my energy generator. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm trading into that guy. Unless he just has an answer. And he has 2 shots because he's got a Lanescape. If he just has a removal, it's GG too. Yeah. Unfortunate. That's okay, though. I've got stuff to board in here. He's got a lot of fight spells. This is probably just worth it. I probably might need both of these. I need to stop him in the early game. Can I interact with his enchantment? Not really. I don't beat his guys in combat. I don't know. This is rough. I had an insane start. And it's crazy that he was able to just roll out of that situation. It was like we were boxing, and I destroyed him for 5 rounds, and in the 6th round, he just pulled a knockout punch out of his ass. Like, that shit was crazy. It was vile. I don't think there's anything else I really want here. This guy's deck's just insane. To go against us. Path of Annihilation, just an unfair card. Alright, match number 2, or game number 2 of match 3. We have a red and a white. I think I have to keep this. If I get another land, I play the game. I'm also willing to just play with 2 mana for a couple turns here. Because it means that I'm going to be able to play an Amped Raptor for 4 energy, which seems legit. But if we get to 3 mana, it's great. I have to make the most out of these first couple turns or we just die. Okay, that works. That's great. We go Goblin. Goblin into Raptor is the wombo combo of a generation. Imagine we hit an area auxiliary. Bro, someone did that to me in a sealed. That might be the most vile curve out in the game with this specific archetype. Like, it's not fair. Nightshade Dryad, okay, I hate you. You are a terrible person. I just want to let you know that, my guy. I mean, if I hold off, I can potentially... No, I mean, I can hit a 4-drop. The only thing I'm not hitting is a Johnny Fells the Goldsire, which makes me think this is probably just worth it. Holy shit, that's insane. Oh my gosh, that's so much energy. Wow. That was cool. That was cool. That was very cool. Do I pay the energy to just pressure him here? Probably not. He's like, damn, bro, you're nice. I know, I'm creamy like that. Okay, if he's doing that, I'm a lot happier because it means he can't path next turn. And in 2 turns, I have the Ajani's. Yes, yes, colorless land, I like it. Basking Brute Scale, okay. Hexcold Slith, that means I can play 2 creatures here, which seems legit. He can't afford to adapt. Bro, what are you thinking about? Are you tapping your fetch or not? Either you tap your fetch or you don't, my guy. How much damage is it if I do this? It's 3, 6, 8, 10, 14, 13, 14 if I do that as well. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, I think I want to just force him to block here. That guy's already 3. So do I want to pay it? I mean, I'm going to gain 2 energy next turn. So, like, I'll have 4 again. That's 14 damage. I'm declining that. This is 10 damage. Next turn I can give everyone haste again. Which means I'm hitting for 2, 4, 7, 10, 13. Unless he plays a big boy, then I can go Johnny's if I top deck. Okay, that's nice. Now the Johnny's is online. Gain 2 energy, activate my effect. It's a lot of damage. Well played, sir. Well played. We're taking it to game 3, buddy. That was dirty, bro. I've never done something more vile with an Amped Raptor in my life. I mean, I think this is still good. Man, that was close, bro. Alright, I had to get my goated hat to pop off. Usually when I wear this hat, I end up going undefeated, so that's what we will do here today. Alright, final boss. Can we repeat history and come out triumphant? Let's go, baby. I'm locked in. We're just going to go Amped Raptor into Scurry for the second time this match. I think Scurry might be the best aggressive card in the entire format. Well, that is not exactly what I was looking for, but it'll do just fine. The Goblin with the Evangel is pretty nice. And we have 3 lands potentially. So I think that'll work. And I have a cheap spell to answer his Dork. Good thing he's going to 6 here. I feel very comfortable with this hand. Okay, second Thraben Charm. Maybe I'm down to just play this tap because I have so many Thraben Charms. And a Galvanic Discharge. I don't know how much the damage will really matter, but I'm probably down with that. Maybe I should have played the Galvanic Discharge held up, though. Oh, he's a Basking Brood Scale. Okay. Well. I guess we'll go with this guy. We missed out on a little bit of damage, but I think it's fine. We're going to get an additional energy, which I kind of like here. Is he just going to amp up here? Or is he just going to amp up? Sure. Do I want to trade with this dude? Not really. Hopefully we draw red. Red means goblin, go burr. So he's just passing. Okay. Well, we can't go burr. We can play a goblin, and goblins are cool. Proliferate. Yes, sir. You don't know how it would be. If he has a Viper, could try to bait him. I mean, I think I need to trade 1 for 1, right? He hasn't shown us that he's had a Gifted a Viper yet. Okay. I mean, he didn't attack on his turn. He missed some damage, but I just want to trade away game pieces. Maybe that was a little bit too aggro, but I don't know. Like, it devalues our Thraben Charm, but I have a 6 damage Galvanic Discharge here, so I don't know how bad that is, really. Okay, well, I'm killing out with a Thraben Charm. That doesn't devalue Thraben Charm at all. Ooh, and we can go Raptor in the same turn? Hell yeah. I'm down for a Raptor here. Raptor into Thraben Charm it is, baby. Then we'll buff up the Raptor. Let's see. Oh my gosh, that's dirty. That's so vile, dude. Holy crap. That's actually absurd. Ring, ding, ding. Let's go. Talk about it, baby.
I fucking knew it! Oh!
Let's go ahead and destroy that enchantment, because that's kind of a good card. I don't really like that card, sir. It's kind of offensive to me. Kind of offensive to me, sir. 1 in the face. We're going to go in for 7 here. 7 damage, putting that son of a putting that son of a bee on a clock here. Let's go. Second Thraben Charm is here. Galvanic Discharge for 3 is here. I don't know how it will be all that relevant, though. If he plays like a big guy, I might have to use both. Maybe he'll do his Path of Annihilation. Oh, no, he's not. Okay, that's really good. That's pretty good indeed. Probably just best to gain energy here. I mean, it's always good to gain energy in this deck. Energy is just great. And then I can give the guy charge. My Thraben Charm is threatening for 8 damage, so I don't think I have to worry about using energy up with my discharge. Hopefully he doesn't have a random AoE. I mean, I don't know what AoEs he could have, but... This is 12 damage here. If we had 1 more damage, I could technically, like, discharge him. Okay. He's just gonna take it all? Sure. I think this exiles the cost, so I don't think I can respond and destroy it, but I'm not sure. If he would have gotten rid of his Eldrazi, I could definitely do it. That's so scary. Do not hit with this, bro. Do not do the same damn thing. Okay, that was fair. Okay, that is justifiable. What you did last time was straight up vile, so I will allow you to do that. That's cool. That was a fair exchange of value. I can respect that. I can respect that indeed. Well, this technically does 5, and then I remove that off of the Thraben with the Thraben Charm. Okay, this actually just does 5. That's just good. Is that just game? I hope it is. Let's go. Not done yet, baby. Underestimated 3.0. Johnny the Energy Jit has entered the building. Let's go, baby. Johnny the Energy Jit has arrived. Yes, sir, Ski Brother. Talk about it. Back-to-back trophies. Well, that was an absolutely amazing draft that we just had. Let's go ahead and do a quick little deck overview before we end this video. So honestly, I think this is probably the best aggressive style deck that I have ever had the opportunity to draft thus far. And I think that's mainly because when you don't curve out perfectly, and even when you do, the slower controlling decks, mainly the Eldrazi decks, they can still sacrifice the first couple turns and just do nothing and probably still come out and probably still come back from the game because there's so many forms of stabilization in the format. If you saw that last match in game number 2, I believe, or game number 1, when he had the Path of Annihilation that ended up giving him like a total of 12 health, allowed him to get out multiple 7-cost creatures that also had reach. That was absolutely vile. Whenever he had if you saw the first or second game of that last final match when our opponent had that Path of Annihilation, it allowed him to gain something like 12 health or something ridiculous and cheat out multiple reach creatures, which even though we started out with a 2-drop, a 3-drop, and we eventually had an area auxiliary, it did not matter. And even when we had the most optimal start, it was very, very close to killing. We were very, very close to killing the other player on turn 5 of the game. But because of his Eldrazi tokens, we couldn't. And he was able to just stabilize from that point on. And that's why Scurry of Gremlins, in my opinion, not only is it the MVP of our deck today, it's probably the best aggressively slanted card in the... It's probably the best aggressively slanted card in the entire format, and it's one of the only ways I can see you potentially being able to kill someone by turn 5, because if you saw, we went Goblin Conduit into Amped Raptor turn 3, which then got the Scurry of Gremlins out, which was absolutely absurd, and that's why this combo is really, really good, because in a deck like this, there is only 1 or 2 cards that having 4 energy with a Raptor cannot hit for us. And overall, I think this is one of the few exceptions to the rule where it was better to go all-out aggro than maybe being more control or tempo-oriented. But there's a lot of tempo aspects to the deck we ended up with. Obviously, the main highlight, 2 copies of Aether Revolt, which were absolutely vile. This card was quintessential to us winning multiple games, and we ended up with a total of 14 energy cards, which is absolutely ridiculous. On top of the area auxiliary, not only is it just insane to curve out into, it's an amazing card to play on top of your goblin, then give this character charge with the goblin, and even summoning it off the Raptor. I think the best aggressive start in the format is going Goblin into Raptor and summoning Area Auxiliary off of the top. And this card is just absolutely insane. It is a quintessential piece to any aggressive or tempo-based deck that has some very aggressive hands. And really, one thing that stood out to me during this draft is that when you have good enough energy payoffs like we did, we had a total of 4 energy payoffs across our artifacts and enchantments. Every card that you're offered, regardless of its impact on the game, if it supplies you any amount of energy, it turns into a B or B plus level card. The Zealot was absolutely amazing. The Inventor really overperformed because gaining 3 energy turns this immediately online. it puts us 1 away from triggering this ability, and it deals 3 damage to the opponent, potentially 5 with Aether Revolt. One of the coolest things we were able to do is we went to combat and we ended up destroying one of our creatures into their creature. Then we were able to summon 2 guys in the second main phase. I think we played a Scurry of Gremlins, something like that. And it triggered our Molten Gatekeeper, which did 3 damage to our opponent's face 2 times. And then we got to do the damage from the energy that we generated by this, which I think was at minimum 4, to another creature, which ended up doing even more than that. And that was absolutely vile. Also, we just had an outstanding amount of removal. This card is cool. I think the main reason why I value this card so highly is because it doesn't enter the battlefield tapped if you don't want to. It's not the best card against the control matchups, but in aggro v aggro, it's definitely a good removal spell. But all in all, we had a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total pieces of removal if we're not counting our Aether Revolts, which can do massive amounts of damage to creatures. This guy, honestly, I think maybe I could have cut him from the deck, but on paper it sounds really good because we did have 7 valid targets for this to hit, that if we hit any of our 4 win conditions, it would be absolutely game breaking. He didn't really cause us to lose a match, but we didn't end up really fully utilizing him. And I think I really just wanted to put this guy in because we were also compensating for having a slightly lower amount of creatures than I would like in a deck like this. But a couple of the games, if I didn't show this, I ended up putting in an Expel the Unworthy and taking this guy out, especially if we were going second against those Eldrazi decks that just had creatures we couldn't interact with, or even that guy who had the 3-color rare that had 7 toughness. That's the only issue with our removal, is like these, their power level is based on the amount of creatures you have. So if you can't develop, you might not be able to remove their threat. But the ability to remove an opponent's enchantment came up way too many times. I cannot overstate enough that if you were trying to get good at this format, you really want to have at least minimum 1 form of main deck enchantment removal, because enchantments can easily get out of hand and you might not have any way to come back into the game. This guy was honestly amazing when we saw it. I think this is a card that you should feel happy starting off with your first pick of pack 1 if you want to go white. It's very justifiable because not only is it really good with energy cards like Goblin, it's also just good with every other theme in the format. If you're playing green-white, then it works with your adapt creatures. If you're playing black, it can work with some synergies too. It's just a good card, man, and I think it's really solid. But overall, this was an awesome experience. I'm glad that I was finally able to force my way into an actually real aggressive deck and find success with it for the first time. I've gone 2-1 with a couple of aggro decks in the past, but none of them were even on the same power level as this one is. So it was a very, very awesome draft, and I hope that you guys got as much out of. And so it was an awesome. So this has been a really awesome deck to showcase, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed, thank you so much for getting this far in the video. If you guys want to see more awesome content, make sure to smash the like button, turn post notifications on, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another banger. And as always, if it's not the goo, it's got to go. Peace. Alright, boys, that was absolutely goated. This deck was big, nice. The Amped Raptor really, really carried us in the end. Ajani Fells the Gold Sire ended up being a little bit slow, but all in all, it was a goated draft. The fact we are 2 for 2 with trophies today is absolutely amazing. I can't be any more happy about that because my win rate was kind of taking a little tank. I hadn't trophied this week thus far, but we just got 2 in a row, so that is good to see. Let's open these little packs here first. Okay, wild card, Lelia. This is a good card. I've considered playing this as a one-of in my red-white Boros aggro deck. Because it works with the amulet, the energy amulet. So this is basically a 3/3 haste, and you can play the card. It's kind of like Inti, but it has haste. So there's upsides and downsides. It's also just a 3-drop, which is cool. Spy Master's Vault. That's a cool card. I just haven't really gotten to use it. Detective's Phoenix. This card's just been an all-star so far. Disruptor Flute. Okay, I think I have enough of these at this point. And we've got a Chthonian Nightmare. This card's really broken in draft. I'd like to do at least one draft with that before the format ends. Because that card's crazy. Ooh, and a Fanatic of Ronis. This card's just a classic, man. Really cool card in this format. Unfortunately, it's been power creeped in Constructed. But this was a very awesome stream. Really hope that you guys enjoyed these drafts. That's going to be it for me today. It's getting very hot in here, and it's like 93 outside, so I kind of want to get off the computer and cool off. So thank you so much for everybody who stopped by. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, if it's not the goo, it's got to go. Peace.